great song here on Game Time. Blue Jay.
This is the best music here in Junction City. We back our Blue Jays.
It's all on me. It was not getting Brock in there. He was warmed up, ready to go right after that last little drive, and I just wanted to make sure our handoffs were clean and all that kind of stuff and not have too much change all at one time. And then we never did get the ball back because defensively stood up and then had the takeaway there right towards the end, and so our defense was out on the field the rest of the ball game. But Brock's a great kid. He has shown what he can do on Monday nights, and look forward to watching him down the road as well. But no, we got quite a few kids in, quite a few kids got snaps, and we're very productive, and kept the shutout, I guess, defensively. And the only points they got is on a major middle mistake on a special team. But our kids are coming around. They're really coming around. I'm very, very proud of what they've put together this year so far, and we got to continue.
So this week, week 7, it's already here. It's hard to believe. Homecoming. But there's more to it. This game tonight against Washburn Rural, a good Washburn Rural football team. They're a good program. It's interesting because we've played them in the last, I think, 4 or 5 seasons twice, because we played during the regular season in the league game and then again in the playoffs. But tonight's game, really, what this means the most is you have an opportunity to win the Centennial League title tonight.
Yeah, that'd be huge for these kids. And we have our work cut out. Washburn Rural is really good. They're 5-1, they beat Blue Valley Northwest earlier in the year. They've had some huge wins against some really good opponents. We've had just one common opponent, I think, with Topeka High, and they handled Topeka High very handily. But Washburn Rural is good. They're just really good. Big, like they always are. Big in their offensive line. A very, very veteran, savvy, heady quarterback that really delivers the ball around the field. Two really good running backs. They were without their running back, their starting running back for most of the season. They got him back last week, played some snaps against Emporia. But he's, a 225-pound running back, and his backup's 215 pounds. So we're much different than what we've seen. Last week, those kids were little scat back kind of kids, quick as can be, and very, very fast. This week, these kids are fast, and not quite as fast as Topeka High's kids, and they're much bigger. They're much bigger than any back that we've seen. And then defensively, they're the same old Washburn Rural. Very, very disciplined, very well coached, tackle really, really well. And they're big, strong, physical kids, and they make it awfully tough to move the ball. So we're going to have to be on offensively, defensively. We've got to be in great position, take away all the RPOs, confuse their quarterback, and make sure we're tackling their backs low. We've got to get their backs on the ground really quick now, let them get started.
It's kind of become, we'd have to say, a rivalry, Washburn Rural, Junction City. I mean, we've had some games that we've played them several times over the last few years that had a lot of meaning. You and Coach Bueller know each other very well, a lot of respect there, I know. Mm-hmm. They've got a good program, good school. What does that mean a lot of times when you know that you've got a coach that knows you so well, and you guys obviously know what you want to do offensively and defensively? How does that play into your game plan?
Well, they know us really well, and we know them pretty well. So you'll see a couple of different little wrinkles from them and from us as well, but not so much from us. I mean, we're a young
The United States Marines. United States Navy. The United States Air Force. The American flag is presented tonight by members of the Junction City High School JROTC. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem, performed this evening by Sergeant Lance Manning from the Army Corrections Command.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now, get on your feet and show your school spirit as the band presents the Junction City High School fight song, Our Blue Jays! The Blue Jay Marching Band is under the direction of Jared Morris and Samantha Boxberger. Their assistant professors are Martina, Merchant, and Nathan Offens. The flagland instructors are Jody Ritchie and Amy Coxetta. The percussion instructor is Chris Boxberger.
Church mother in a church hat, clap on the shug, every color purple coming back, clap when that whole week beat you up and stretch you, put your head out on your playing and remind you of your blessings. She just said nothing, chills down the spine, got me crying, look me over, Lord, you don't know what I'm doing. Old school church hands, speakers down, I'm in there, come on, Lord, Lord, Lord. Can you hear me now? Church close, sweaty, you don't care, you just get it now. Testify how we made martyrs out of these fathers and rose up all of his daughters to glorify him with honor.
A little more pressure, see if they can put pressure
pressure on that quarterback and make him make decisions early. The other thing is, I think for the Blue Jays offensively, get off to the start that we know they can. They can't delay tonight and have a bad first half like they did against Topeka High, because if they let Washburn Rural get a lead, it may be tough to catch up. I look for the Blue Jays to be able to throw the ball tonight against Washburn Rural. Topeka High threw the ball against Washburn Rural fairly successfully, had some big long passes, one for a big touchdown. The other thing is, for the Blue Jays tonight, they're going to have to be good on special teams. Against Topeka High, Washburn Rural blocked a punt and ran it back for a touchdown, and a field goal and ran it back for a touchdown. So the Blue Jays are going to have to be tight on special teams. Washburn Rural may have the edge in special teams tonight. But, again, if that defensive front can control the trenches, I think that is going to be the key for the Blue Jays in this football game tonight.
This concludes our Cardinal Insurance pregame show. We're going to thank some more sponsors real quick. Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center, JC's Barbecue and Grill, C&K Construction, New Horizons RV, and T.O. Haas Tire and Auto. We'll thank some more sponsors throughout tonight's game. We're going to take a break. This concludes our Cardinal Insurance pregame show. Back with kickoff right after this from Blue Jay Stadium.
Just like every yard matters on the field, every square foot matters at home. Don't let junk keep you backed up on the goal line. Haul & Hustle clears out old furniture, appliances, and clutter so you can score big with a clean space. Seniors always get 10% off. We take care of our community. Call 785-289-5029 or visit haulandhustle.com. That's HAULNHUSTLE.com. Make the winning play. Call 785-289-5029 or go to haulandhustle.com.
P4. Bingo!
Everyone is welcome to have fun and make new friends at 4th.
Washburn Rural won the toss, the first and second half. Junction City will receive.
30 points per game. The captains tonight for Junction City. Number 2, Lavelle Autry. Number 3, Conrad Gomez. Number 8, Khalil Walker. And number 28, Trayvon Briley. For the Blue Jays, their home blue jerseys, white pants, Blue Jays across the front of the jerseys, and white numbers in white. A white JC helmet and the JC in blue on the side of the helmet. For Washburn Rural, they're all white road jerseys. They've got their light blue numbers, their dark blue helmets, WR up there for the logo as well. Going to be a fun one tonight, a must-win game for Junction City to maintain a top 4 seed in the 6A playoff rankings and to win the Centennial League.
So the captains tonight, that's big. Khalil Walker, second leading tackler on the team. He plays that linebacker position, that outside linebacker position. Sometimes also he'll step back there with Boganowski and play kind of a hybrid position. Also, Briley, he's going to be key tonight at that nose guard position. It is going to be very important. He gets incredible penetration, and offenses always have a hard time containing him. The offensive lines, coaches talked about it all week. He really, really looks good. On the offensive side, Gomez and Lavelle Autry both need to have big games for the Blue Jays tonight.
They're going to tee it up at the 40-yard line. 12 minutes are on the clock. The Blue Jays have been on a 3-game road trip. They're back at home tonight to protect their home turf on homecoming. Also celebrating 30 years for the class of 1995 tonight. Going to be a great game from Blue Jay Stadium. The Junior Blues and the Blue Jays. Here we go. It's a deep kick to the far side of the field. It is going to bounce, go past Kingston Timms. He'll pick it up at the 3-yard line. Going to take it to the far side. Timms is going to break it, tackle down the sideline. Gets out past the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Nice return right there. Yeah, the ball bounced. That's what they wanted it to do. They kicked it between the up backs and the deep backs. and it kind of bounced, and Kingston kind of muffed it just a little bit, but got a hold of it and made something out of nothing because he ran down the sideline, got past 2 or 3 defenders, and was able to get out to almost the 30-yard line.
Longest kick return of the season for Timms. Before that, he had a long of 19 yards. This one was a return of 22. Courtney McLaurin, left tackle. Blake Proady, left guard. Jack Grable will start at center for the first time. Luke Nelson is the right guard, the right tackle. Henry Ingstrom, the quarterback. Senior number 3, Conrad Gomez.
Yeah, no Florence tonight, Avery Florence. He's unable to play due to injury.
1st and 10 from the Blue Jays from their own 25-yard line. It's going to be a pass play on first down. They're going to dump it here to the near side. They tried to sneak the tight end, Aiden Martin, out. A little bit too much on that one. Incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that at all. First down, let's try that. Why not?
It was wide open.
I got some tendencies here, too. We'll go over those a little bit tonight. What the Blue Jays tend to do on first down. They tend to run the ball mostly on first down, as a lot of teams do, but we'll talk about that as the night goes on.
Josiah Totive in the game at running back. Aaron Woods is able to play tonight. He's right in front of us down on the sideline, number 26 in blue. Second play of the game, 2nd down and 10. Trips here to the near side, a shotgun snap looking to pass. Gomez rolls the pocket right. He's going to take off and run. He's going to be slammed down at the 26 for a short gain, if any at all. And, man, it is going to be tough to get some of these numbers for Washburn Rural. A lot of their jerseys are rolled up. A lot of them guys have it rolled up right near their stomach, so it is going to be hard for us to get some jersey numbers. I think it was 58 Sammy Brumley on the stop. Good pursuit right there by the nose guard. 3rd down and 9, they're going to say, for the Blue Jays. Totive stays in the game at running back. 3rd down and 9 from the 26. 2 receivers near side. 2 receivers go to the right. Lance Norris in the game, goes in motion from right to left. Shotgun snap. They're going to roll the pocket here to the near side to Beckman. He's going to make the catch, turn upfield to the 37-yard line. He's got the first down. Gomez has his first completion of the night. It's to the junior, Brody Beckman.
So right there, a little wrinkle by the Blue Jays. They ran a seam route with him. He just a curl. Blue Jays don't run a lot of curl routes. That's a get beyond the sticks, turn around, and let me give you the football, and that's exactly what they did for the first down.
He got up to the 39-yard line, so a gain of 13 yards on 3rd and 9. Now the Blue Jays are going to go tight. 2 receivers go to the right. The ball's on the left hash near side. Beckman comes left. 2 go to the right. 1st and 10 from the 39. Totive still on the game. He is going to get a fake here. They're going to pass, throwing it deep near side for Beckman. Some hand fighting, and Beckman is going to not make the catch. Great coverage down here on the near side. I think it was number 16.
It was, yeah.
And that would be Braylon Dolman. A good ball from Gomez. It's incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
So let's go back to that just a second. So Washburn Rural running a 3-4. They're one of the few teams that still runs a 3-4. A lot of people have gone to that 4-2-5 or that 3-3 stack that we run at 3-3-5. They've stayed with the 3-4. They like the 3-4. That gives them an opportunity, depending on how they do things, to cover the flats. So that's why I think a lot of times there's that opportunity to throw the ball deep on them, and right there the Blue Jays almost did it.
That was 17. Colton McGuire, not 16. The Blue Jays have not ran the ball yet. 2nd down and 10 from their own 39. And here's a running play. Totive has it past the 40, drives its way up to the 43. A gain of 4 yards on 2nd and 10. The first run of the night's a 4-yard gain for Josiah Totive.
Totive's really matured as a back. I like that right there. He was able to lower his shoulder and get a couple extra yards, and so it's been fun to watch him mature as this season's gone on.
Blue Jays averaging 30 points per game. Washburn Rural giving up 24 a game, but the last couple have been very tight. 7, 6, and 0 are the amount of points that Rural has given up in their last 3 games.
Blue Jays changing the play right here at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 6. Shotgun snap. Looking to pass over the middle of the field. Pass is caught. Number 81, Aiden Segura.
Give it to him,
Just
yep.
his 2nd catch of the year. He's got the first down at the 50-yard line.
Great hands, and what was most important is he hung on to that. He shielded the defender with his body and was able to get the ball right there in front of his chest, and he hung on to it as he took a hit. So that's a big play right there.
There's that tight window you were talking about in the pregame show.
Yeah, he's not. Boy, Conrad's not afraid to throw the ball into tight coverage at all.
1st and 10 from midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to pass again. Pass is thrown, far side. Beckman makes the catch at the 35 and plows down to the 30 for a gain of 20 yards. The Blue Jays are on the move. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of the Junior Blues.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. So the middle, right there, the post. The post was wide open, and because the way they play that, they're going to try and split those safeties some because they're running a true 4-player secondary. secondary. A lot of times they'll run a cover 3 or a cover 4 on the Blue Jays. It looks like they're kind of sticking with a cover 4 here.
Just the one run of the game so far, 9:15 to go, first quarter. It is going to be a misdirection running play here to the near side. Totive's got it at the 25-yard line. He's going to be hit right there outside the numbers. On the stop for Washburn Rural is number 2, Adriel Carter.
What I like about this right here is we talked about this. The Blue Jays need to get off to a good start. We usually like to have our defense set the tone to have them on the field first. What I like here is the Blue Jays are moving the football well, using their speed, using their athleticism, and again, the Blue Jays clicking right now, and I like that because this is the best start they've gotten off to probably this season. Let's just hope they're able to get it in the end zone here.
Aaron Woods in the game at running back. Totive gets a break. 2nd down and 5 from the junior blue 25. So they are on the move once again. Beckman near side, Autry far side, and it's going to be a running play to Woods. He's going to drive his way down to the 22, a gain of 3 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and short right here for Junction City.
Good to see Woods get the ball. It's been a few weeks. He got hurt in the first quarter of the Manhattan game. We haven't seen him since, and so that's big.
He missed the first game of the year against Hayesville Campus with an injury, too. So technically, he's only missed 3 officially, but also missed 3 quarters against Manhattan. So almost like he's missed more than half of the season.
Good point.
3rd down and 2. 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. No score yet. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Junction City on the move. 3rd down and 2 from the 22-yard line. Looking to pass. Looking far side. Gomez throws for Autry. And it is incomplete. He tried to throw it into the end zone for Lavelle Autry. Great coverage on the far side. And in coverage was number 20, Max Bervert. 4th down and 2 from the 22. The Blue Jays went for it all and couldn't connect.
Yeah, but they'll go for it right here. I like that, though, the post. I told you, see, they're seeing the same thing that you could see on film, and that is that they're not so good in the middle a lot of times, and so the middle's open. We talked about that in the game we did last night, too.
We're going to see a change here. Gomez comes out of the game. The Blue Jays are going to go Wildcat. Khalil Walker is in the Wildcat. Lavelle Autry right next to him. We'll see if they snap it. They look here to the near side. Play clock at 7 seconds. Tyson in the game as well. Play clock at 5 seconds. Khalil Walker, a middle school quarterback. Walker's going to take it. He's going to keep it. He's going to drive his way to the 20-yard line. He appears to have the first down. He needed to get to the 20. He got right there. Washburn Rural's pointing the other way. We'll see what the official says. They are right at the 20-yard line. It looks like a first down.
I think they thought the ball even came out at one point.
It's a first down. The official giving the signal for a first down.
Khalil Walker's tough. We haven't talked about him enough this year. That kid is so tough. I love to watch the way he hits right there. He just forced his will. The Blue Jays went big right there. Big line, big blockers, got in there and got the first down.
A middle school quarterback turned linebacker turned Wildcat quarterback right there. There's a running play to the near side. Totive's got it inside the 15 and down to the 11-yard line. Totive had his first touchdown of the season for the Blue Jays last week, off to a strong start tonight.
2 things right there I love about that run. Number 1, he was patient. He got out in front of his blocker. He stopped and let him make the block, so he was patient. And then he read the block perfectly, cut it outside, and that was something we've not seen Totive do as much, and that's really good.
Another running play to Totive. He's going to drive his way forward past the 10-yard line to the 9-yard line. He's got another first down. 6:54 to go in the first quarter. The Blue Jays have possessed the ball all the way through. No score yet. They're in the red zone. Going to be first and goal to go from the 8.
So I want to mention something about Totive because I found this out the other night at practice. He actually was a linebacker. When he moved in here at the beginning of the season, he had been a linebacker where he came from. I didn't quite get where he came from, so we'll find that out. But he was a defensive player and a linebacker. Came here and they said, hey, we need some backs. You want to play back? I'll tell you what, he's done a great job. He's had to learn that on the fly this season. He's done a really good job for the Blue Jays.
Getting better and better every week. Goal to go. The Blue Jays have it. It's going to be a running play to the near side. Woods had it. He's got a blocker inside the 5. He's going to be hit and falls out of bounds at the 4. Washburn Rural had a couple of guys in the backfield right there. Big number 52. And that is 52 for Washburn Rural is Stephen Cantrell.
Another thing I really like about this, look at the clock.
Yes.
6:30. We've had the ball. I know I need to learn to do some math sometimes.
Almost
5.5 minutes. So that's 5.5 minutes that we've had it.
Not bad math right there.
There you go.
2nd down and goal from the 4. Tight set. 2 receivers go to each side. It's going to be a passing play. They're going to jump pass into the back of the end zone, and they tried to get it in there for Martin, and I think there was some miscommunication because Gomez looked like he was trying to do a little bit of a jump pass, and Martin just really wasn't open.
Part of the miscommunication, though, and I think what the crowd wanted right there was pass interference because he got locked up with Aiden Martin, the defender did, the safety back there. A lot of times you'll see them run man on the outsides. Washburn, they'll mix things up. So they'll go with a cover 2 in the back, and they'll run some man. And so a lot of times they'll do some combination-type coverages.
Conrad Gomez comes out of the game. They're going to go Wildcat once again. They already got a 4th down on this play. Autry goes in motion. They're going to give it to Autry on the far side, looking for his first rushing touchdown of the season. He's in for a Blue Jay touchdown.
Jet sweep action right there. It was beautifully blocked by the Blue Jays. That right there, that is the team that this Blue Jay team can be. That was a great first drive. They ate time off the clock. A good mix of run and pass, and they had several guys involved. That was huge.
A rushing touchdown for Lavelle Autry, his first rushing touchdown of the season. For Autry, that is touchdown number 8. He's got 7 receiving touchdowns. And now for the PAT, Ethan Butler comes on. The kicker, it is 6-0. Here comes the PAT. New holder. The hold is down. The kick, it is on the way, and the kick is good. That touchdown and every Blue Jay touchdown this season is brought to you by IHOP in Junction City. When the Blue Jays score, you score free pancakes. For every touchdown the Blue Jays score during tonight's game, get that many free pancakes at IHOP in Junction City, open till midnight at 321 East Ash Street.
So, I want to say this again. First off, that's the best touchdown drive the Blue Jays have had this year. Hands down. No doubt. Not only because that was their first drive of the game, but that was a great mix of plays. You had 6, 7 guys, I think, touch the football right there on that drive. That's what we saw early in the season. Get a lot of guys involved, some guys healthy. I looked to see if Norris was out there tonight. I know Norris is a little banged up. I haven't seen Norris out on the field yet. But we've got Woods back. Totive with some good runs there. We saw Beckman catch the football. Segura got his first real good action of the year on that first down, and then Autry. And so spread the love, man. Use all this athleticism. Use all this talent that you have. Come out here and let's win a league championship tonight.
Let's thank some more sponsors. Timeout Steakhouse, Honor Screen Printing and Embroidery, Hall and Hustle, Victory Clinic, and Key Office. 7-0. The Blue Jays are on top. 6:20 to go in the first quarter. That time and score update brought to you by Victory Clinic. Butler to tee it up at the 40-yard line, ready to kick it away. Washburn Rural's going to get it for the first time. It's a deep kick here to the near side. It is going to bounce out of bounds.
And that's okay. Give them the ball at 35. Don't give them a chance to return it. Your defense is good. So here's the thing. This is a key moment, and the only reason that I say that is because now you get your best unit out on the field. That's not even your best unit that just drove down the field and ate a bunch of clock against a good Washburn Rural defense. That is what the Blue Jays need to do. Now their defense, their best unit, get a 3-and-out, force a turnover, or at least get a stop here. Keep them in their own territory, set the tone with your defense, get the ball back, and do it again.
Here come the Junior Blues. They're led by senior quarterback number 10, John Hoytel. 75% completion passer rating. Also can run the ball. 159 yards rushing on the season for Hoytel. A big group up front. We'll get to them in just a second. The ball's going to be on the near side right hash, the 35-yard line. Like you said, a couple of big backs. Jaden Baum, number 26. TJ Minicue, number 24. We'll get to them in a second. 1st and 10 for the Junior Blues. The Blue Jays on top, 7-0. And Washburn Rural has the ball for the first time right here. Claps his hands. It's going to be a running play. This is Jaden Baum. It's going to get out to the 37. I want to go back to special teams real quick. New holder this week. How difficult was it for Karan to come in and have no experience holding, but to snag it down and put it down?
Yeah, he did a good job, and I'm not so sure he didn't hold maybe where he was before, somebody said. But either way, he came in. That is tough, you're right, because you don't really know the snap. You only had a little bit of one night to practice that, and he did a really good job right there. I want to talk about Washburn's offense here in just a second,
Second down at 8. It's going to be a pass play to the far side. It's going to be a swing pass, and it is going to be a good for a first down on the reception. Number 5, Nate Sell. I was waiting to see if they got the first down, and they do. They move the chains up to the 45-yard line.
So pretty typical spread offense right here. They're going to run some inside zone, some outside zone, some RPO. They're going to run some zone read, but they're your typical spread zone offense. They like to run some curls. They'll throw some vertical routes. Sometimes they'll throw some bubbles and some screens, but you just kind of watch them. They're your typical zone spread offense.
Got some really good receivers as well. Here's going to be a pitch play to the far side. Baum staying on his feet, running down the side, pushed out of bounds just shy of the 50. Nate Selm, Kellen Roth, and Gavin Van Tool also all three have 15 receptions coming into tonight's game, so they can certainly spread the ball around if they want to. Second down and 7 from the 49-yard line, still on the Washburn Rural side of the field. Trips near side, the ball's on the left hash. And it's going to be a running play right up the middle. Bomb's going to break free to the 40-yard line. Break past the Blue Jays, 35, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Washburn Rural on a 51-yard rushing touchdown by Jaden Baum.
Yeah, and that's what the Blue Jays want to see happen right there, because our strength against the run is usually pretty darn good. So I wish I could watch that again. I was kind of looking to see on the far side exactly how they blocked that, but they definitely blocked it well and executed it, because they just went a long way for a touchdown.
Angel Allen was the last Blue Jay to make an attempt at the stop, but Baum just went right on by and scored a 51-yard rushing touchdown. And we'll check the PAT. 7-6 is our score. Washburn Rural trying to tie it up. The Junior Blues are 5-1. Junction City is 4-2. They're trying to tie it up right here. It's for a 51-yard touchdown. Good special teams unit. High snap. It is up. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. With 5:08 to go in the first quarter, we're tied up at 7 apiece. Both teams scored on their opening drive. We'll have Junction City's second drive coming up right after this.
Junction City Abstract and Title Company is your local title insurance and real estate closing agency. JC Abstract and Title has been serving Junction City for over 60 years, handling both title insurance and closing needs all under one roof at 807 North Washington Street in Junction City. JC Abstract and Title is always proud to sponsor our hometown Blue Jay athletics and athletes. Have a great year both on and off the field. Go Blue Jays from Junction City Abstract and Title.
Back at Blue Jay Stadium on homecoming night, they're going to have the crowning of the homecoming royalties at halftime. I'm Anthony Georges, joined alongside Brian Field in our Central National Bank broadcast booth. 7-7 is our score. 5:08 to go in the first quarter. That time and score update brought to you by Victory Clinic. So both teams have scored on their opening drive, and now the Blue Jays are going to get the football right back. They were just out there. They scored a touchdown. They give up a long touchdown on defense, and now their offense is going to be ready to roll once again. So here comes the kickoff. It is going to be a high end-over-end deep kick, and it's going to be a touchback as Kingston Tim goes into the end zone. So how demoralizing is that for the Blue Jays? You go take almost 6 minutes off the clock and score, and then just a minute later you're back out there.
These kids are a lot more resilient than some of the past teams, and I'm going to tell you, I mean, this is no knock on any other team. I mean, I don't think it's going to bother this defense. I really don't. That was a mistake. You know, sometimes you make, for instance, you know, the Blue Jays played pretty well defensively against Wichita Northwest. A couple of mistakes, and it was stuff like that. And so, you know, clean that up, make sure it doesn't happen again. I guarantee you that the coaches up here in the press box are going to tell the coaches on the field exactly what happened there, and that won't happen again. But, again, Blue Jay offense, just relax, trust the process, do the same thing again.
First and 10, Junction City from their own 20-yard line. Three receivers come near side, shotgun snap. Gomez looking to throw, throws over the middle, pass is caught by Lavelle Autry at the 25. A gain of 5 yards on first down. Very pass-heavy offense tonight, and for the most part for the Blue Jays, it's been working.
Yeah, believe it or not, the Blue Jays still are running about 56% this season, so they're still running more than they're passing, even though, you know, when I was looking at their tendencies on some of the statistics I was able to get figured out tonight, it kind of surprised me because I figured they had thrown more, but they actually have still run more than they've thrown this year. Oh.
And Washburn Rural is going to jump off sides on 2nd down and 5. It should be enough for a first down on the far side. A junior blue defender came across a little bit early. They'll march it away, and the Blue Jays will have a new set of downs at the 30-yard line.
Snap. Encroachment on the defense.
First time this season, or at least in the last couple of weeks, we've been able to get a referee's mic. Nice to hear what the official call was right there. It was encroachment. Got a good referee crew here tonight at Blue Jay Stadium. First and 10 for the Blue Jays. Two receivers go to the right. The running back is Totive. Shotgun snap, rolls the pocket right. Gomez looks to pass, throws far side. Autry's got it just shy of the 40-yard line. Going to be a pickup of 9 yards on first down. Gomez over 1,300 yards passing on the season.
So the Blue Jays run 54% of the time, and they pass 46% of the time on this season so far. Some things I thought were pretty neat, though. I'll go to some of these tendencies here in just a second.
Second down and 1. Here's a running play to the near side. Totibe's got it. He's got the first down. Out past the 40, up to the 43-yard line. The Blue Jays are having no problem pushing this defensive line. A very big defensive line for Washburn Rural. But the Blue Jay offense doing a great job.
Yeah, that was a really nice run right there. So the Blue Jays run 57% of the time on first down, but interestingly enough, they're about 50-50 on second down as far as run pass.
First and 10 from the 44 they're going to mark it at. Beckman goes right, Autry left. Both split out wide as receivers. Landon Bean in the game at H-back. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw it to Bean out of the backfield. He's got the first down into Junior Blue territory. He lost the ball. The referee on the far side comes charging in, saying he was down at the 38-yard line. That's just the second catch of the year for Landon Bean. They snuck him out of the backfield for a big gain.
That's big as an H-back. You got to like to see that because they were throwing to him a lot in practice. And last night, we'll talk about this here in a second, but we got to broadcast a really good game last night between Salina Central and Andover. And Andover was using their wingbacks a lot to throw the football to last night, and they were disguising some of their pass routes, and that really confused Central.
A couple of high-powered offenses last night, a couple of high-powered offenses here. 3:10 to go in the first quarter. 7-7 is our score. The Blue Jays on the move at the Junior Blue 38-yard line. The ball's on the right hash, far side. Aaron Woods in the game at running back. Here's a screen pass to the near side. Jamarcus Tyson's got it, and he's going to be tackled at the 31-yard line, a gain of 7 yards. Tyson in the game at tight end gets a good gain right there.
So we've got everybody pretty much healthy again. We haven't seen Norris yet, but we know he'll be out there a little bit. But we've got pretty much everybody healthy again, and so that's good, and that's helping a lot. I just want to say last night was interesting about Andover. They put on a clinic on how to run the flex mode last night. They really did, man. That was impressive.
You talk about a team that didn't get a whole lot of possessions. That was Salina Central. Andover won last night. A couple of high-powered teams in Class 5A. Got a couple of high-powered teams right here in Class 6A. Second down and 2 from the 31. Gomez takes the snap. It's going to be a running play here to the near side. Woods has got the first down inside the 25 and down to the 22. A gain of 8 yards. The Blue Jays get another first down. Run, pass, whatever you want. The Blue Jays are doing it both.
This is exciting. I really like this. You're using a little bit of everybody, but you're going to your bread and butter when you need it, and that's just big, and I really enjoy it. And this is what I mean about Conrad. Conrad's so poised tonight. I mean, he has matured so much, especially from last season as a junior, but
First and 10 for the Blue Jays. A shotgun snap. Looking to pass. Throwing deep for Autry in the end zone. Yeah. The ball was too far out of the back of the end zone. It was into double coverage. Conrad really unleashed that one into the back of the end zone. Too much heat. Second down and 10. But Autry did beat his man.
So what we're doing is we're splitting those safeties. We're running a deeper post. We've been running more of a shallow post all year, and we did a lot last year. In fact, in 2020, that was kind of a key play for Russell Wilkie at that slot position. So we like to run a shallow post. Tonight they're deepening that post because they're trying to split those safeties in that cover two they're running back there in the back of the secondary.
Speaking of slot, Lance Norris into the game, number 11 in blue. Autry goes in motion. It's going to be a couple of fakes. The Blue Jays looking to pass. Gomez trying to get rid of it. Slings it near side for Norris. He makes the catch at the 15-yard line. That was a great job from Gomez. Right to left, back to the middle, and found his man.
But what I like best about that, and we talked about this last night a lot too in that game we were doing, when your quarterback gets in trouble, your receivers have to work their way back to the quarterback so they, A, can find you in traffic, and B, as they're moving, they will see you. And when the secondary's covering you, if you cut back forward, it's tough for them because they're planning on you going downfield.
3rd and 3 from the 15-yard line. They're going to go out of the Wildcat again. Khalil Walker going to take the snap. Tyson goes to the right. To the left is Autry. He scored on this play. They're going to send Autry in motion. It's going to be a running play. Walker's going to bring it here to the near side. Khalil's got the first down inside the 15-yard line. And they are going to say the ball came free, but I think it went out of bounds. So the Blue Jays are going to keep possession inside the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure where they're going to spot this, though. Why did he throw that to the referee back there?
It's a first down. They're going to move it back to the 11-yard line, but nonetheless, how about making a man miss for Khalil Walker?
I like that. Khalil's a great athlete. He's a very good baseball player. We see how athletic he is out here on the football field. Good athlete for the Blue Jays.
1 minute, 4 seconds to go in this first quarter. 7-7 is our score. The Blue Jays are in the red zone. Gomez is going to hand it off here to the near side. Totibe charges his way inside the 10 down to the 6-yard line. May see one more play here for the Blue Jays if they choose to run it. How about this? Both teams have had one possession. Both teams have scored. We're inside a minute to go. The Blue Jays have 2nd down and 4 from the 5-yard line.
Well,
and really, both teams offensively are getting anything they want.
Blue Jays just tearing up the C gap. They've got an H-back, 2 tight ends. They're rotating those guys over. They're going heavy here and going power through that C gap.
Out of the shotgun, it's going to be a running play. Totive goes to the right, and he's going to be hit at the 4-yard line and pushed back. So a short gain right there on 2nd down and 4. Maybe a gain of a yard, so make it 3rd and 3. And there's 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Will they snap it again, or will it be the end of the quarter? Woods is going to come into the game. Lance Norris jogs in. So is number 86, Alex Lugo. 15 seconds on the clock. I think they might take it to the quarter.
It's going to depend on if Coach Zimmerman wants to flip the field or not.
And now they're going to rush to the line with 5 seconds. 3rd down and 4, they're going to call it. The Blue Jays look to the sideline.
They're going to take
and that's the end of this first quarter. 7-7 is our score. Let's go ahead and thank some sponsors. IHOP in Junction City, Midland Exteriors, Remax Signature Properties, Performance Audio Intent, and American Legion, Post 45. At the end of the first quarter, it is a good one. The Blue Jays 7, the Junior Blues of Washburn Rural 7 as well. We'll take a break, back with more Blue Jay football right after this on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK.
Cloud County Community College's vibrant faculty and staff are dedicated to providing an environment where students can explore their future and fulfill their potential. The strong sense of community and belonging provides exceptional support of students both in and out of the classroom. We are Cloud proud to be the best community college for student success and helping you find your path. Are you ready to build your foundation? Join T-Bird Nation.
Welcome back into the Central National Bank broadcast booth. I'm Anthony George alongside Brian Field here at Blue Jay Stadium. 7-7 is our score beginning this second quarter. That time and score update brought to you by Victory Clinic. Second drive of the game for the Blue Jays. They've got 3rd down, and they're going to call it 4 from inside the 5-yard line. They can still get a first down at the 1. During the break, partner, you said you're going to run it.
The C gap's open. Run it, man. Get your H-back over there. Get your tight end over there. If you want to shift them, do whatever you want to do. The Blue Jays don't motion a lot. They actually motion a lot less than I thought this year. They're motioning they're less than 10% of the time. They're shifting, but they're not sending guys in motion like we've seen a lot. So what's interesting is right now, man, they are pounding that C-gap course inside this red zone here. You know, that might be what Washburn expects this time. So I don't know. We haven't run much mixed direction either. We did score the touchdown on the jet sweep, but I don't know, man.
I'm going pass. I'm doing play action pass.
Yeah, you may be right. Play action might not be bad here. I'm going C gap. I'm going with what's been working.
They're going to split 2 receivers here to the near side. That is Autry and Beckman. 8 touchdowns on the season for Autry, 3 for Beckman. They're going to go out of the shotgun. The running back is Aaron Woods to the right hip of Gomez. Shotgun snap, looking to pass, looking near side, throws near side. Autry's got it for a Blue Jay touchdown.
Good call, Anthony. They did.
It wasn't even a play touchdown.
It wasn't even a play action.
Just a straight roll to the right.
Just a straight roll to the right. Hit him on a little out route right there, just beyond the pegs, as they say, the goal line right there. That was big. You knew when they stacked them.
Tight coverage.
Well, and you knew when they stacked the twins over here, we don't see that look much. So it made you wonder what they were going to do right there, because we don't stack our twins very often.
Autry has 2 touchdowns on the night. Here comes the PAT. Ethan Butler to kick it. Again, there's a new holder tonight. We'll get to him in a second. Ready to snap it. A high snap. The hold is down. The kick, it is on the way. And the kick is good. 11:56 to go in the second quarter. That touchdown and every Blue Jay touchdown this season is brought to you by IHOP in Junction City. When the Blue Jays score, you score free pancakes. For every touchdown the Blue Jays scored during tonight's game, get that many free pancakes at IHOP in Junction City, located at 321 East Ash Street and open till midnight. We'll keep it right here. 3rd down and 4 from the 5. They score on a 5-yard passing touchdown, and they jump ahead 14-7.
So, Coach Zimmerman, we talked about it during pregame. These two coaches know each other incredibly well. In fact, I'm guessing, I need to go look because I haven't really checked this time, but I think this is 9-10 years, I think, for Steve Bueller at Washburn, maybe even longer. But they've played each other so many times. And here's the thing. In the last 5 years, we've also played them in the playoffs. So a couple of times in the last 5 years, we actually played them twice in the same season. And we did that in 20. It was a close game in the first matchup. Blue Jays did win that, but the Blue Jays just smoked them like 70-7 or 70-10 or something something like that in the second game. But then a couple of years ago, we also played them, and they beat us in the playoffs there. We beat them in regular season, they beat us in the playoffs. And so, but these two coaches take turns. My point of that is, how many wrinkles are they going to throw in tonight? We've already seen the Blue Jays do a couple things differently because these two coaches know each other so well.
Ethan Butler going to kick it away for the Blue Jays. The ball's at the 40-yard line. Right hand in the air. 14-7, Junction City on top. And Butler is going to kick it here to the near side. High end over end, deep kick. All the way back at the 11-yard line. They're going to fake the pitch, bring it near side. A good return by Nate Selm out to the 30-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 33. They faked the pitch one way. Selm brought it here to the near side, broke a couple of tackles, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Junior Blues out past the 30.
Is that Powell right there that made that touchdown-saving tackle, I think, for the Blue Jays? Sean Powell, he's done a nice job for the Blue Jays this year on special teams.
So a 51-yard rushing touchdown is how Washburn Rural scored on their first drive of the game. They took only a minute and 12 seconds off the clock, and we'll see what the Blue Jay defense can do right here, how they'll respond. The quarterback again, John Hoytel for the Junior Blues. Out of the pistol, 2 receivers set to each side. Now they're going to shift. Tight formation, the running back number 26, Jaden Baum. And it's going to be a handoff, a running play to Baum. He's going to go to the right. He's got a crease again out past the 40, up to the 42-yard line. And I think he's going to be close to a first down, just shy. They're going to mark him at the 41, a gain of 9 yards.
So they're getting angles. Inside handoffs is what they're doing. They're coming across the formation with their handoff on a front side handoff, an inside handoff, and running them up the middle. So something they're doing a little different tonight, too. They must have found something on film against these Blue Jays that they like.
Junction City 14. Washburn Rural 7. 2nd down and 1 from the 40. A high snap, and it's going to be a running play. The Blue Jays are going to hit him in the backfield. No gain on the stop there for Junction City. A couple of guys, including number 28, Trey Briley, and number 84, Jackson Hawley.
And Khalil Walker was in there, and Braxton Stroder was right behind him. Braxton Stroder's playing right now at that middle linebacker position, that Mike linebacker position for the Blue Jays, too. Just a freshman.
No gain on the play.
A lot of guys rotating in there. And how about that second-team defense last week as well, holding Topeka High out of the end zone. 3rd down and 1, a tight formation. Here's going to be a running play right up the middle. They got the first down. Baum goes out past the 45 to the 46. They needed 1. They get 5. And the Junior Blues move the chains with 10:44 to go until halftime.
Marcus Boganowski with a big tackle right there. And so here's the thing. Blue Jays, you're right. They've kind of mixed up their safeties just a little bit. They've had Powell in there. They've had Angel Allen in there.
Here's a quick pass, looking to pass over the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught. They target the safety right there, and the catch right there by big number 9. That is Landon Rhyme.
Yeah, and that's what they can do, and that's what I mean. They'll stretch that field a little bit vertically. You got to watch that, and the quarterback's got a good arm. Did you see how quickly he got rid of the football and how quickly it got to the receiver? That's one of the strengths of their quarterback.
1st and 10 down to the Junction City 35-yard line. 3 receivers go to the right, out of the pistol. It is going to be a running play here to the near side. The Blue Jays are ready for it, and there's Braxton Stroder right there.
Wow.
A big tackle for a gain of only 2.
That was a great tackle by a freshman. I was talking to Coach Zimmerman this week. One of the things he said, I said, so Braxton's going to play more because he's been playing more, and he goes, oh, yeah, he'll stick his nose in there, and that's exactly what he did right there. He stuck his nose in there and made a great form tackle.
For the first time tonight, we see number 24, TJ Minikue. He's one of their better running backs, just been injured. Here's a pass play to the far side. Pass is going to be caught, throws back inside. He's got the first down, and he's just shy of the 20-yard line. Kingston Timms makes the tackle. He was able to shake off Marshall Carmen. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Junior Blues at the Junction City 21 or 22-yard line. 9:40 to go in the first half. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7. Partner, I think we're in line for a shootout.
Well, that was a nice move after the catch right there. He made a really nice move to get a few more yards.
1st and 10 for the Junior Blues. Washburn Rural on the move. Out of the pistol. It's going to be a running play. Minicue's got it. He's going to drag his way to the 20-yard line. And on the stop again, number 84, Jackson Hawley. Also in the backfield, number 4, Marcus Boganowski.
Whittle doing a nice job. I like the way that he runs this offense. You can see how confident he is. He steps up there. He just kind of directs traffic a little bit, but he gets set quick, and you can see that he scans the field. One of the things Coach Zimmerman said is he scans the field well pre-play.
Pistol snap. Here's a pass here to the near side. Pass is caught, and boom! Jashawn Green is right there to lower him. He's fired up. No gain on the play. A big hit right there by the senior defensive back.
And that's the thing. The Blue Jay defense needs to be physical because this is probably going to be the most physical defense that Washburn Rural has seen this year, and the Blue Jays need to use that physicality. We've seen seen Stroda with a big hit. We saw Green right there with a big hit, and that's what's going to be important. Need to get these guys, hit them, and be physical.
8:30 to go in the first half. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7. They are in the red zone. 3rd down and 8 out of the pistol. 2 receivers go to the right, a pistol snap. Here comes the pressure from Junction City. Boytel steps up in the pocket, throws for the end zone. The pass is going to be dropped in the end zone, or did he catch it? He picked it off, he bobbled it, and now the official on the near side comes in and says no. Marcus Boganowski thought he had an interception. The official in the back of the end zone said yes. The official on the near side comes in. He passed the turf and says no.
I think the official on the near side was right. It looked like it hit the ground. That's okay, though.
That's one of those where you're so open, you're the only guy in the area. He just couldn't hang on to it.
Well, so they're going to come out and try a field goal here. They have a good kicker. He's got a good leg.
They're going to snap it from the 20. He'll kick it from the 28. A 38-yard field goal from the right hash. Man, a golden opportunity for the Blue Jays.
35.
The kicker for Washburn Rural is number 35, Ryan Austin. And we are going to get a timeout. A timeout onto the field, and that gives us time to thank some sponsors. Central National Bank, Cardinal Insurance, Blue Restaurant in Junction City, Abstract and Title, and Cloud County Community College, the Geary County campus. I want to mention this real quick. We talked to Jordan this week. We ate down at Blue this week. Staying open later tonight and also next Friday. Tonight for homecoming, she's going to close at 11. The kitchen's open till 11. And then next week for senior night, the players are going to go down there after the game. They're open till 11 again. So Blue Restaurant in Junction City at 6th and Washington, staying open late until 11 p.m.
Yeah, and they have good food down there. Go see Jordan and the gang because they really good, great atmosphere, nice, cool-looking restaurant inside. If you haven't been there, you need to go because the food, it really, really is good.
It is, and it's named after the Junction City Blue Jays.
There you go. So I'm not sure why you iced your kicker right there. I don't know what it was they wanted to talk about. Maybe the Blue Jays stacking things a little differently here. It looks like they are. They're definitely going for this kick.
38-yard field goal from the right hash. They'll snap it from the 20, kick it from the 27 to a 37-yarder. The snap, the kick, it is on the way. He's got plenty of leg. And the kick is no good. He pulled it to the left.
Yep.
Good eyes right there.
Yep.
Our vantage point, not really easy to see if it went through or not. You could see the Blue Jays begin to celebrate, and
you've been teasing me a little bit, but it's true. How I saw that was no good, I don't know, because I have a hard time reading the numbers sometimes on the white jerseys, but I could see that the football didn't go through right there. I don't know. My eyes kind of decide to do what they want to do.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Did you see it not go through, or did you see the sideline begin to celebrate?
I saw it on this side, and also the way that he kicked it, you could tell he spun it just a little bit.
He had plenty of leg, though. He had plenty of leg.
He had plenty of leg, and he's a good kicker. He just didn't come off his foot very good.
So the Blue Jays defense hold on a 37-yard missed field goal by Washburn Rural, and there is 8:11 to go in the first half.
Blue Jays, if they could score on this drive, this would be huge. Just be patient.
Snap. They're going to pass it over the middle. Autry's going to make the catch at the 27-yard line, a gain of 7 yards, and Coach Zimmerman's calling his quarterback, Conrad Gomez, over to the sideline.
8 minutes. Plenty of time. Relax. Trust the process. You've had some long, sustained drives. You've got plenty of time. You don't have to get this all on 3 or 4 plays. In fact, it would be best if you could do this. Take 5 minutes off the clock again if you can.
The offense has scored on both drives so far tonight. 2 tight ends go from right to left, and we're going to get a flag here, I believe, on Junction City. I think it might be illegal motion or illegal procedure.
I think what happened, I'll explain that here in a second.
And we'll see what the white hat says.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense.
Called a false start.
Second down.
So they're going to move him back 5 yards to make it second down and 9.
So they must have had, so as they were shifting, somebody else must have moved. Not sure when you're shifting like that and everybody was not quite set. Was there too many guys on the field? Maybe that's what it was.
Well, they called a false start.
Well, I know, but I wonder if that was.
So nonetheless, it's second down and 9 back to the 21-yard line. 7:29 to go. The clock is running. 2 receivers set to each side. Woods in the game at running back. Autry goes from right to left. Shotgun snap, looking to pass. Looking near side. Pass is thrown to Autry. He's going to make the catch. Gets his feet inbounds just shy of the 28-yard line. So they get back the yardage that was lost. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Nice throw to the sideline right there.
It was a great throw. I wish Autry could have gotten a little further downfield. You're right, but 3rd down right here. They're going to bring in the heavy again. They're going to see if they can get that tight end and that H-back there. They're going to put Beckman here to the right. A lot of times when they line up like this and they put big left and they just have one receiver left and one receiver right, a lot of times you'll see them try and hit Beckman.
He is a third down favorite target. 7:15 to go in this first half. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7. They're going to run a running play here to the near side. Woods drives his way forward. Past the 30-yard line, needed 3. He got 4. And the Blue Jays move the chains on third down.
So you saw Beckman had to step off of the line, and then the other receiver on the other side had to step up when they shifted the tight end and the H-back to make sure that they didn't have too many guys in the backfield. But what was interesting, and had enough guys on the line, but what's interesting is that right there, what they did is they still went into the strength. They moved to the weak side, and then they changed their strength and then went right behind the H-back and the tight end again.
Tight formation for the Blue Jays. Autry goes in motion from right to left. They fake the jet sweep. It's going to be a running play to the left side. Woods has got the edge, but a great tackle in the open field on the far side. On the stop for Washburn Rural, number 8, Jordy Heim. And if you're familiar with Washburn Rural, you know all about them Heim brothers.
Yeah, the Heim brothers were some good ones, and he's 6'2", 220. This Heim is a senior, too, and he's really good. But what Washburn Rural did that time is they stretched him out, and they made him go wider than he wanted to go and stretched him right into the sideline.
Woods' helmet came off, so he's got to come out of the game. Coach Jones talking to him on this near side. The Whitehat's going to come here to the near side. 6:24 to go. And they're going to reset the game clock to 6:32. Hey, these officials have been on it tonight. They've been really good.
This is a good crew. This is one of the better crews we've had this year, which is
Very
good.
good crew.
Which is good because, it's good that we got a good crew this week. I like that.
So 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers come here to the near side. The running back is Totive. After Woods has to come out of the game due to his helmet popping off. The clock is running now under 6:25. 2nd down and 8 from the 34-yard line. Twins here to the near side. Autry again goes in motion, this time left to right. Shotgun snap, looking to pass. Gomez steps up. Now he might take off and run. He's going to be hit from behind, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 2 back to the initial line of scrimmage.
That's okay. That's all right. That was a coverage sack. They did a good job covering guys downfield. And it looked almost like, I'm not sure what happened there, if the line maybe made a call and it didn't quite work the way they wanted it to, because they got penetration. They didn't bring a blitz. They just had the regular 3 guys rushing right there. So I don't know if that was just a miscommunication on the offensive front. Again, we have a different kid at center. He has done a really good job when he's been in there, but a different starting center, and sometimes he's the one making the line calls.
3rd down and 10 for the Blue Jays. A big 3rd down with 5:30 to go in this first half. Shotgun snap. They're going to roll the pocket here to the near side. A pass near side for Beckman. He's going to be pushed in the back before the ball got to him.
Oh, my goodness. How do you not call that?
They didn't throw a flag, and the Blue Jays are going to have to punt. I think he was going to be short of the line to gain anyway, but it's 4th down and 10. The Blue Jays will have to punt it away.
Yeah, but he might have been able to catch that and turn and get some yards, too. I mean, he very visibly was pushed out of bounds right there.
The first punt of the game for either team will be Junction City. The Blue Jays lead 14-7. It was a missed field goal by Washburn Rural. They gave the Blue Jays the ball back. Kingston Timms will punt it away. Washburn Rural very good on special teams. I know Brian said they blocked a couple of kicks this year. They're going to come after this punt.
They blocked a punt and ran it back for a touchdown against Topeka High.
Timms will punt from the 20. He's going to bring it here to the near side. Just barely gets it away. High end-over-end punt. And Washburn Rural is going to make a fair catch at the 38-yard line. On the fair catch right there, number 5, Nate Selm. So here comes the Junior Blue offense just shy of their own 40-yard line.
I want to mention a lot of people here tonight for homecoming. Stadium's pretty packed. We got a bunch of people standing over on the east end of the stadium there by the concession, and Washburn brought a lot of nice people. They got a nice crowd too, so they've got a lot of good people over there on their side cheering. And so nice loud crowd tonight for these Blue Jays. Offense is going and sitting down. They're going to look at the TV. You can see Coach Jones fired up over there. He's pretty upset with his offensive line. He's telling them, guys, what are we doing? But he's a very, very animated coach.
Here's a running play right up the middle. Minicue's got it. He's going to be out past the 40 to 42. Coach Zimmerman also over there instructing the offense. Coach Goheen, and then kind of leading the way right now is the defensive coordinator, Ty Zimmerman, who's out making the calls for his defense.
Yeah, and he will, and he is the coach of this defense, and does a great job with that. I want to mention Coach Jones though, because he's so great.
He's a great coach.
I love to go out and watch him coach these kids at practice during the week because, man, what a great guy. His demeanor, the kids love him. He's just a great coach.
4:45 to go in this first half. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7 out of the pistol. It's going to be a running play to the right side, a missed tackle in the backfield. It's going to be a first down for Baum on the far side. Boganowski's going to bring him down at the Junction City 46-yard line. So a couple of missed tackles for the Blue Jays leads to a first down for the Junior Blues.
Well, Baum doing a really nice job running the ball tonight. 5'11", 215, of course, just a junior, and he ran the ball some against the Blue Jays last year, but he's doing a really nice job tonight. The Blue Jays, they're not tackling as well as we usually see them tackle.
1st and 10, another running play, and hit, and the ball's on the ground. The Blue Jays got the football, and no, the official on the far side is going to say he's down.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Marcus Boganowski recovered the football. The Blue Jays thought they got a takeaway. The official on the far side says no. They're going to rule him down. The official on the far side comes in, but how about the tackle? They hit him in the backfield for a loss. All I know is Boganowski's the one that recovered it. It was hard to see. Man,
I don't know if that was Khalil.
Hit.
I think it might have been Khalil. All I know is that kid got smoked. That was a great hit, and that's what you want your defense to do.
So 2nd down and 11 after the big hit and the tackle for loss. Looking to pass, throws far side, pass is going to be incomplete. Marshall Carmen in coverage came to knock it away. The intended target right there was Kellen Roth.
So great to have Marshall back, and he times that well. He did get there early a couple of times, once against Manhattan, but he has been so great at that corner position on that pass coverage. He plays a good hard corner against the run, and right there's a perfect example. He timed that hit perfectly.
Big 3rd down, 3:44 to go in the first half. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7. 3rd and 11 from the Blue Jay 46-yard line. Can they get the Junior Blues offense on the field? The fans are coming to life at Blue Jay Stadium. It's a high snap. The ball's on the ground. The Blue Jays dive on it, and the Blue Jays got it. Number 34, Braxton Stroda has got the football for Junction City. And now you got a player down for Washburn Rural, and the coaching staffs are both running out there. So certainly hope one of the players is okay. I mean, everybody just took off running out to the middle of the field. The Blue Jays are going to have the football. It was a high snap bobble. The Blue Jays nail the quarterback, and maybe the quarterback that's down right now.
I hope he's okay. I just wanted to say, though, when you start to see those snaps, those errant snaps, and we've seen these errant snaps all year, and here's why. The Blue Jay defensive front gets unbelievable penetration. They get great penetration. And what happened right there, when you start to see those snaps, that means that defensive line is getting through quick, and you're forcing that center to really get rid of that ball. And let's say it, Briley has been causing those errant snaps all season long, and that's what happened right there.
Going back to that previous play, and I certainly hope whoever's down is okay. There's a lot of athletic trainers on the field. They rushed out. You saw the Washburn Rural players and even the Junction City players quickly motioning to the sideline. I think what happened there is the ball was a high snap. Everybody just went to get the ball, and one of the Blue Jays looks like they crunched into the quarterback. I think the quarterback, John Hoytel, maybe the injured Junior Blue player right now. Certainly hope he's okay. There's a lot of athletic trainers down on the field. We're going to step aside.
We've also got Dr. Jenkins out there too, I'm sure.
We're going to step aside. We're going to take a break. It is 14-7. Junction City leads 14-7. 3:39 to go in this first half. There is a couple of medical trainers on the field. We're going to take a break. We're back with more Blue Jay football right after this.
For 33 years, Time Out Steakhouse in Grandview Plaza has been serving up the flavors you love. Juicy handmade burgers, sizzling steaks, and hometown favorites that keep you coming back for more. If you're really hungry, try tackling the Big 16, our famous 16-ounce steak that's become a local legend. And don't forget about our homemade schnitzel. Time Out Steakhouse, where great food and good times have been on the menu for over 3 decades. Find us at 101 Continental Drive in Grandview Plaza and taste why we've been a community favorite for 33 years.
The pain of depression is real, yet depression medications sometimes don't work, cause side effects, or make you feel numb. I'm Dr. Christy Clark with Victory Clinic in Junction City and Manhattan. There's hope for depression. TMS and Spravato are safe, effective, and approved treatments for when medications don't help your depression or for when meds are best avoided. Are you ready to learn more about our life-changing treatments for depression? Visit victoryclinics.com and call or message us today because you are worthy of wellness.
The Blue Jays play here, 7-9 and 1420 KJCK.
Welcome back to Blue Jay Stadium. I'm Anthony Georges, joined alongside Brian Field. There was a fumble on the play, and they have now called for EMS after a big hit by the Blue Jays. What appears to be potentially on the quarterback. Certainly hope that everybody is okay, and as a big group of folks out there, athletic trainers, coaches. You can see Coach Zimmerman over there talking to Coach Buehler on the far side. Those guys are. Coach Zimmerman had his arm around him just a second ago. They've called for EMS, Brian. What are they doing right now? What's the protocol that they're taking right now?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what the injury looks. I can't tell if it looks like that's a leg splint that they've got down there, or if they're putting him in spinal immobilization. But EMS is going to get down there, and they're going to sprint or splint or stabilize whatever they need to stabilize so they can get him on that cart, and then they'll take him over to the ambulance. But, this is the unfortunate side. This is not what you want to see. The Blue Jay defense did exactly what they were supposed to do right there. The quarterback was trying to get to the snap, the fumbled snap, and he and another player collided, and he got hit pretty hard, and so you can see
they're putting him on a full stretcher right now as I'm watching. You've got a lot of folks out there, and it is the quarterback, number 10, John Hoytel. You can see his parents made their way out there, and certainly hope that he's going to be okay. This is one of the things that you love sports, but it's just very, very tough to see a moment like this. They are putting him on a stretcher, and we're not going to speculate. He took a big hit right there. He was trying to go for the football, the Blue Jays, trying to get the football as well. It was a big collision, a big hit in the backfield, and a lot of players for both sides are taking a knee right now. Certainly hope that we won't have an update tonight, but certainly hope that John Hoytel, the quarterback, number 10 for the Junior Blues, is okay. And obviously, it's hard because, yes, it's football. Everybody loves football, but this is one of their brothers, a good friend, a classmate. Sure. And so how do you even think about, for those players on both sides, you're seeing your leader, John Hoytel, a great student athlete, very smart kid. And so it's hard to, kind of put into words what they're even feeling right now. And they're trying to get his pads off right now is what it looks like. So,
well, that depends. I think it looks like, I can't tell because the cart's in the way, so we're not going to speculate here, but it does look like they're putting him on a spine board.
We're going to take another break. It is 14-7. The Junction City Blue Jays lead the Washburn Rural Junior Blues. There is a serious injury down on the field right now, right at midfield. The EMS cart is out there. They are putting him what appears to be on some sort of a stretcher, and we're going to take another break. This is Blue Jay Football on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK.
C&K Plumbing JC at gmail.com is offering a nice discount for an air conditioning and heating combo inspection. And right now we're also looking to add a journeyman plumber with 4 years of experience to our team. Apply in person at 807 Barnhill. C&K Plumbing JC at gmail.com. We also do HVAC plumbing, refrigeration, new construction, and service calls. If you need it done right, Charlie's team has the skills to do it right. C&K Plumbing JC at gmail.com. Your friends in the plumbing business.
Looking for great food and good times in Junction City? Come to Blue Restaurant at 602 North Washington Street. Mondays, military and first responders receive 15% off. Tuesdays are all about flavor with Taco Tuesday. Wednesdays, dig into Wing Wednesday deals for just $1 a wing. Fridays, Blue gives back. School staff saves 15% all day. Saturdays, don't miss our brunch from 11 to 2, the perfect weekend treat. Blue Restaurant open Monday through Saturday. Good food, great people, right here in Junction City. Blue Restaurant, proud supporters of Blue Jay Athletics.
That's the sound of flimsy vinyl or polymer siding giving way under pressure. Would you trust something like that on your home's exterior? You invest time and effort into making your home beautiful inside and out. You choose quality pieces that last. So why settle for siding that's essentially plastic? Vinyl or polymer siding can crack in extreme weather, fade like a forgotten photograph, and even warp, leaving your home looking less than its best. Now imagine the satisfying strength and lasting beauty of steel. Midland Exterior steel siding is the equivalent of choosing a timeless, well-crafted piece for your home's exterior. It resists cracking, warping, and fading, maintaining an elegant look and protecting your investment for up to 50 years. Don't let flimsy siding detract from the beauty and value of your home. Upgrade to the enduring strength and sophisticated style of steel siding from Midland Exteriors. Call us today for a free consultation at 855-735-8255 or see the beautiful difference at midlandexteriors.com. That's 855-735-8255 and midlandexteriors.com.
We are back at Blue Jay Stadium. We have a serious injury on the field, and certainly hoping everything is okay, giving our best wishes to the quarterback for Washburn Rural, number 10, John Hoytel. They have put him on a stretcher. They're loading him up on a cart right now and putting him onto the EMS cart, and just certainly hope that he's okay. And like partner, you said that the coaches are over there. They're leading the kids in prayer over on the far side for Washburn Rural. You got a bunch of Blue Jay players that are very concerned. A couple of Blue Jay players are being tended to right now on the sideline as well. So just a very, very emotional. Forget football for a second. Just a very emotional scene right now for both sides.
This is what you don't want to see. It's a very physical game, and prayers for this young man and his family. But yeah, Junction City Fire Department's out there, their EMS crew, they do the ambulance standby, getting him taken care of. Dr. Jenkins, the team doctor, they're down there. He's getting good care. You can see his parents are down there on the field, and so they're going to get him. They've got him on the cot. They're going to take him over, and right now using that Gator or whatever that RV is, and they'll take him over, and then they'll get him in the ambulance and get him to where he needs to be. But prayers again for that young man.
The ambulance is on the far side of the field, so you're right. They're at the 50-yard line right now. They're going to have to drive it off the field. And John Hoytel, the senior quarterback for Washburn Rural, is going to get an ovation here from the Junction City Blue Jay crowd as he is going to be taken to the ambulance for further evaluation. We, again, send our best prayers and wishes to John Hoytel, a great athlete, not only on the football field, but on the basketball court as well. He's a great player, and seen him play for many years, and just hope that everything's going to be okay with him. And this is a hard part, right, for Washburn Rural. They were just over there praying on the far side. Coach Bueller leading the prayers. Both coaches were joint talking to each other, talking to both teams. Just very tough to try and get focused again for a football game after you see one of your best players get carted off.
Well, that's the hard part. And for both teams. I mean, the Blue Jays are a little shaken by this too. I mean, they're the ones that made the hit, and that's the thing but you got to play the game. Now you got to, you pray for him, you hope he's okay, but now you got to play football again, because if you don't play physically and you let up, that's when you can get hurt.
So the Blue Jays have it back after a fumble after the injury, and now the Blue Jays will have it 1st and 10 near the 50-yard line. Gomez throws near side to Beckman. Pass is caught. A flag is going to fly right in the middle of the field. The Blue Jays have a first down. We'll check the flag. And they are standing right next to big number 73, Henry Ingstrom. It was a weird, interesting flag. He threw the flag straight into the air, so I'm not sure.
Well, he almost put his hands like it was offside, but now the Blue Jays are backing up, so I'm not sure what the call is. The umpire threw the flag, and usually that indicates holding.
There's a flag on the far side and also one here right at midfield. We'll see what the White Hat has to say. He's going to come here to the near side. 3:30 to go in the game. In the 3:30 to go in the first half. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7. An eligible man downfield.
Okay.
So that's why it wasn't a direct throw right, if like a hold to the spot of the foul. He just tossed the flag into the air, and so that's why it's going to be moving them back 5 yards. 1st and 15 now for the Blue Jays, back at their own 44. 3:30 to go in the first half. Junction City scored on their first 2 possessions of the game, and they punted on their last possession, trying to get moving here once again. 3:23 to go in the half. 14-7, the Blue Jays are on top. Washburn Rural will get the ball to start the second half. Junction City has thrown it and ran it very well tonight. Out of the shotgun is going to be a misdirection running play. This is Totive, and he's going to be dragged down from behind. The tackle right there in the backfield was by number 21, Brody Haas.
Yeah, that was a really nice play by Haas, and he chased him down from behind, scraped along the line right there, and did a great job getting to him. Anytime that you're running, he scraped behind the line right there, and chased that down. Nice play.
Under 3 minutes to go in the half. 2nd down and 15, so the Blue Jays will have it still at the 44-yard line. 3 receivers go to the left. Lance Norris, Lavelle Autry, and Brody Beckman go to the far side. The tight end in the game here is on the near side. Coach Zimmerman running down the sideline. Play clock at 8 seconds. Now 6 seconds. Gomez out of the shotgun, 3 seconds. Takes the shotgun snap, looks to pass over the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught by Lavelle Autry into junior blue territory at the 40-yard line. He's going to be tackled at the 37. He zipped it one in there, sidearm.
Here's what's impressive is it was a little low, but he had to throw it low because of the guy that was right there behind Lavelle Autry. So it hit him a little bit low, kind of more in the belly. And so that was a great catch in stride by Lavelle Autry, and a great throw because he threw it in stride. He hit him in stride, but hit him where he had to. Nice play by the Blue Jays there for the first down.
Blue Jays are on the move after the turnover. It was a high snap and then a big hit that left a player injured. They're going to throw it back here to the near side. It was a backwards pass to Aaron Woods, and Woods is going to take it forward and get hit out of bounds. So it was a high snap. We've seen it a couple of times. The Blue Jays collapsed. They had to put a big hit on the quarterback. Braxton Stroder, the freshman, jumped on the football, and that's how Junction City has the football back. The ambulance is still here on the far side. They had their lights on, and now they've turned the lights back off.
Yeah, they'll do a few things in the back that they need to do and get him stabilized and ready, and they'll take him to the hospital.
So 1:54 to go. He did get out of bounds right there, Aaron Woods, and he's going to stay in the game on the left side of the quarterback. Two receivers set, one split off to each side. A tight end goes to the left, looking to pass. They're going to throw it here to the near side, and Woods did not get out there. They were trying to dump it off to the running back, Aaron Woods. He didn't get out there. The pass is incomplete, and Coach Bueller on the far side, I think, is asking if it's grounding.
There was nobody in the area, but you could see that Woods was going to the football, and that it was they were setting up a screen. So when you're setting up a screen like that, I think sometimes you can almost get away with that if the back is running to the football. So you're right, Coach Bueller wanted to know, too, and it looked like it could have been grounding, but they didn't call that because you could see that he was intending to get the ball to Aaron Woods.
Another element to that, too, is the ball did go past the line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd down and 8 from the Washburn Rural 35-yard line. Two receivers go to the left, 3 to the left now. Shotgun snap. They're going to roll the pocket left, looking to throw. Gomez going to heave it to the far side. A long throw, and it is going to be incomplete. On the far side, the Washburn Rural Junior Blues defender looked like he had a chance to maybe pick it off, but he got a hand in there and knocked it incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down and 8 from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, great play that time. Did you get that number? I was looking to see. Their numbers,
it's hard to see.
It's hard to see their numbers. They're a little smaller, and you're right. They've got them kind of bunched up, and they're black numbers on white jerseys. And gosh, I hate to not build
I think it.
38 or 34.
Yeah, I think it's their corner.
I think it might have been 23, Aaron Pearson. We're going to try and see, but it's really hard to see. Potentially Riker Peterson as well, but his jersey is rolled all the way up to almost his stomach, so it's hard to see. All right, a big 4th down. 1:44 to go in the first half. 4th down and 8. The Blue Jays are looking to the far side, and Coach Zimmerman takes a timeout with 1 second on the play clock. Let's go ahead and thank some more sponsors: Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center, JC's Barbecue and Grill, C&K Construction, New Horizons RV, and T.O. Haas Tire and Auto. Okay, so the Blue Jays take a timeout. 4th down and 8 from the Washburn Rural 35-yard line. Washburn Rural has 2 timeouts if the Blue Jays do not convert. And the Junior Blues are going to get the ball to start the second half. Certainly seems like Junction City is going to go for it here, and they've had a lot of success throwing the ball. And now the EMS card is back on the side for the Blue Jays. A Blue Jay player, number 14, Jashawn Green, took his seat on the bench earlier. We didn't see what happened to him because all the attention was focused on the field. They called for his parents to come down to the field. Jashawn Green, a key player for the Blue Jay defense. They're going to bring the card out, and we'll see if he is okay, and certainly hope so, as he's being attended to now by EMS right here on the Blue Jay side. So a big 4th down. You think they're going to go to the air here. Brody Beckman comes in to the near side, and now he's going to go to the far side.
Conrad has punted in the past, too. They may decide to pooch punt it here because Washburn Rural doesn't have anybody back. We'll see. The Blue Jays probably will go for something.
4th down and 8, a shotgun snap. They're looking to pass, looking to throw. Gomez over the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. Lance Norris was open at the 20-yard line. Put one hand out a little bit too far in front of him. It's going to fall incomplete. And the Blue Jays turn it over on downs at the Junior Blue 35-yard line. 1:40 to go after the turnover on downs.
Ask Ryan, see if he can maybe get a couple scores for us. I'd like to know what the score is of that Hayes Great Bend game. That's a really big game tonight in 5A.
So a turnover on downs, and we'll see who the backup quarterback is right here for Washburn Rural. We were told on the 2 deep it could be Gabe Taylor, number 15, has not played much. He's going to go out of the shotgun. It's a different quarterback. Here's a running play to the near side. Baum's got it. He's going to break a couple of tackles to the 45-yard line. He's got the first down. So it is not number 15, Gabe Taylor, like the 2 deep suggested. It is number 9, and number 9 is Gavin Van Turl, 6'1", 185-pound junior. He is the quarterback now. They're going to go out of the pistol once again. Jason Neal runs onto the field late. Braxton Stroder comes off. 1:33, so just over 90 seconds to go in this half. It's going to be a passing play. The Blue Jays are all over the quarterback, and they bring him down for a sack. Noah Uggan, Marcus Boganowski, and number 8, Khalil Walker.
So just at halftime, Great Bend's up 7-0 over Hayes. I just want to see what that's a big game tonight out there in Hayes. Number 2 against number 5 in 5A, and that's K-Prep standings versus K-Prep's rankings, but 7-0 Great Bend.
Ian Premer, their premier tight end, going to Notre Dame next year. Several games this season with multiple receiving touchdowns. All right, under a minute to go. 2nd down and 15 after the sack. Washburn Rural has taken their time. 2nd down and 15. Pistol set, and they're going to throw it far side. Pass is going to be caught. The Blue Jays are all over it on the stop. Number 10, Jamarcus Tyson makes the tackle in the open field. They're going to lose about 4 more yards, and the Blue Jays take a timeout.
So here's the thing. You've got the flat as the outside linebacker. That's your responsibility, and if it's deep in the flat, then you just go get it, and that's exactly what Tyson did. He made a great ankle tackle right there because the kid was trying to make a move. It was a great play by Tyson.
So a timeout on the field with 38 seconds to go. The Blue Jays have one more timeout left. That's their 2nd timeout. So 3rd down and 20.
45 seconds.
They're going to add 7 more seconds to the clock. And with the break in action, let's go ahead and thank some more sponsors. IHOP in Junction City, Midland Exteriors, RE/MAX Signature Properties, Performance Audio and Tint, and American Legion Post 45.
So I think with the other player down, I think that the fire department sent a 2nd ambulance over here because the one ambulance is still here that was doing the standby. So I think they had another ambulance come. So prayers again for that kid because that's tough. Man, I'll tell you what, that's hard to see. Hopefully he's okay.
Certainly hope that he will be okay, and certainly hope Deshaun Green is okay too.
He's a senior, and that means when you're a leader, that means a lot to your football team. It really, really does.
3rd down and 20. It is going to be a passing play to the far side. Pass is going to be caught for a gain of 7 yards, and he's going to step out of bounds. The Blue Jays will get the football back. Washburn Rural's going to have to punt. Going to be 4th down and 13. They're going to have to punt from their own side of the field. And Junction City will get the football back, assuming everything goes clean on the operation.
But they haven't brought their punt team out yet. Now they're going to shift, looks like, and do that.
So it looks like Van Tool, the backup quarterback, is going to drop back and punt the football. So back deep for Junction City. You've got Khalil Walker at about the 38-yard line, and then and they are going to punt it. It looks like for a second like they might fake it. Autry is all the way back inside his own 15. He's going to take it on a bounce. A flag flies. Autry is going to be tackled at the 20-yard line, and he's down right there. A flag flies in from behind. So 29 seconds. The Blue Jays have 1 timeout, and now we're getting some pushing and shoving down on the field. And with 29 seconds to go in the first half and 1 timeout, are you going to try and pop one here or just run the ball and see what happens?
Well, it's going to depend on what the penalty is, for one thing.
Have to imagine it's going to be on Junction City. Are you going back or
are you going forward? And they're pointing to Junction City, and usually when it's back there, it's a hold of some kind or an illegal block in the back. So they're pointing clear back to where...
Back inside the 20.
Wonder if he maybe put his arm up like it was going to be a fair catch and then drop his arm? I don't know. I'd be interesting to see what. If that's the case, he can't advance it. See, that's why I'm saying that.
The White Hat is talking to Coach Randall Zimmerman, and now here comes the official call from the White Hat.
Yeah. It's clip. Illegal block in the back.
Half the distance to the goal, so the Blue Jays are going to be really backed up inside the 20-yard line, all the way down back. They're at the 17 or they're at the 13-yard line right now. Now they're going to bring it forward to the 15-yard line. And we'll see where they decide to spot it. They're throwing it between one official to the other. They're going to go from left hash to right hash, back to the left hash now. So, one side to the other, and now they're inside the 10-yard line, and they're finally going to spot the ball at the 8. So, I think they finally got that all sorted out. The Blue Jays have 1 timeout. They've got the ball inside their own 10-yard line with 29 seconds. I think if I'm Coach Zimmerman here, I'm probably just going to run it and see if you can pop one.
Nah, they're just going to they're not going to risk anything right here unless they want to try and shock them.
Receivers split out to each side. It is going to be a running play. Here's a running play, and they're going to go right up the middle for a gain of very little.
And don't think for a second, because in the playoffs, in I think it was the fall of 21, Banks for the Blue Jays, we ended up with the ball inside the 1 yard line, and he ran it over 99 yards for a touchdown.
Wow.
And so that was a big
5 seconds to go in the quarter, 3 seconds, and they're going to look at the sideline, and Conrad Gomez is going to get an early trot to the locker room. The Blue Jays are going to trot off to the locker room. Washburn Rural is going to do the same. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. We're going to start our JC Abstract and Title Company halftime show right now. And again, best wishes to John Hoytel, best wishes to Jashawn Green, who's being put in the front. So it's better to be put in the front of the cart than in the back. But Jashawn Green is going in the front of the cart right now. So a dangerous night, a lot of injuries for both sides. John Hoytel was carted off on a stretcher, and then now Jashawn Green for Junction City has been put in the front of the cart, and he's going to be carted away right now as well. It is homecoming night. The Blue Jays are going to have a couple of homecoming performances. They are going to do their homecoming celebrations, royalty. But first of all, partner, injuries were a big part of the first half. But your thoughts with Junction City leading 14-7 at the half?
Well, I just want to mention several alumni that are out here. Of course, it is homecoming. Sean Ryan, who played for the Blue Jays, is out here. Jared Landreth, who also played for the Blue Jays, is out here tonight. And there's several different alumni. I've seen David Munson. There's a lot of different alumni. We'll mention some as we go throughout the game here. But neat to see them come back for homecoming.
And all Junction City High School alumni in the audience. If you're a graduate of Junction City High School, please stand to be recognized. We would like to thank all alumni for supporting the activities of Junction City High School. Tonight we'll be recognizing our fall 2025 homecoming candidates. Please turn your attention to the video board to meet our homecoming court as they enter the field under the Junction City High School Junior ROTC Saber Guard Arch. Your freshman candidates are...
Hi, my name is Kevin Hammond. I am a freshman here at Junction City High School, and my brother's name is Jasmine.
I'm Hayden Cowell. I'm a freshman, and
my name is Lindsay. I'm a freshman. My parents are Lindsay and
Hi, I'm Andrew Moreno. I'm a freshman. My parents are Luca Moreno and Rick Moreno.
My name is Elliot and Trent. I'm a freshman here at JCHS, and my parents are Brian and Heather.
Hi, I'm Bryson Stroda. I'm a freshman. My parents are Tara Stroda and the late Brandon Stroda.
Hi, my name is Ava Hammond. I am a freshman here at Junction City High School, and my mother's name is Jasmine Hammond.
Your sophomore candidates are...
Hi, my name is Amy Brown. I'm a sophomore here at JCHS, and my parents are Melissa Nancy and Morris Brown.
My name is Adrian Moreno. I'm a sophomore. My parents' names are Luca Magallon and Rick Moreno.
Hello, my name is Heather Horton. I'm a sophomore here at Junction City High School, and my parents are Brittany Marshall and Trey Horton.
I'm Bart Nobles. I'm a sophomore, and my parents are Randy and Lisa Nobles.
Hi, my name is Amber Lewis. I'm a sophomore in high school, and my parents are Kathy and Ryan Lewis.
Hi, my name is Keith Thompson. I'm a sophomore. I'm the son of Keith D. Thompson and Celestine Thompson.
Your junior candidates are...
Hi, my name is Kiera Barley. I'm a junior, and my parents are Lily and Nicole Barley.
My name is Siobhan Barley. I'm a junior here at JCHS. My parents' name is Lloyd Barley and Nick Barley.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Diaz. I'm a junior, and my parents are Lily and my dad is Scott Edgerton Jr.
Hi, my name is Christian Perry. I'm a junior, and my parents are Katie and Jay Perry.
My name is Rixie Padilla. I'm a junior at JCHS. My parents are Rena Vasquez and Ryan Padilla.
Hi, I'm Anthony Testa, and I am a junior. My parents are Tim and Lexi Testa.
And your senior candidates are...
My name is Amira Ajay. I'm a senior, and my parents are Edmund Ajay and Deborah Ajay.
Hello, my name is Noah Batiste. I'm a senior, and my parents are Christina Batiste and Leslie Batiste.
Hi, I'm Alana Batesman. I'm a senior at Junction City High School, and my parents are Pamela and Father Jason.
Hi, my name is Keegan Mohammed. I am a senior, and my father's name is Byron Mohammed.
Hi, my name is Aubrey Goddard. I'm a senior, and I'm the daughter of Darren and Ariane Goddard, and Lance and Sarah Hubert.
My name is Kai Walsh. I'm a senior here at Junction City High School, and my parents' names are Marcus Walsh and Holly Walsh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate our 2025 Fall Homecoming candidates. Crowning this year's royalty is JCHS Student Council Secretary Joan Kawa. The 2025 Fall Homecoming King is Julian Batiste. And the 2025 Fall Homecoming Queen, Alana Drayton. Let's give a round of applause to all the homecoming candidates. The Junction City High School Student Council would like to thank everyone who has assisted with homecoming activities this week. Thank you for supporting Blue Jay Nation. Go Blue Jays! Good evening and welcome to tonight's halftime show. We start our performance with the J-Stepper dance team. The dance team is under the direction of Miss Alyssa Ben and Lauren Smith. They're led onto the field by officers Ashley Caliguri and Jalen Bernard. And now the J-Steppers will perform the hit song, Every Time We Touch, made famous by Cascada. and gentlemen, your Jay Steppers. The Blue Jay Marching Band will be conducted by drum majors Kalia Riley, Duran Garrett, and Evelyn Mathis. Tonight's halftime show will feature part 2 of our 2025 field show titled Storm Surge, featuring Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions and Walking on the Sun by Smash Mouth. The Blue Jay Marching Band is under the direction of Jared Morris and Samantha Boxberger. They're assisted by Cesar Martinez, John Merchant, and Nathan Ottens. The flagline instructors are Jody Ritchie and Amy Upsetta. and percussion instructor is Chris Boxberger. Thank you, and remember, be bold, be blue, go Blue Jays!
Walking through the halls while I'm looking at these plaques on the wall. All these athletes gazing to the past, thinking how their pictures faded, they can never get it back. The past gone so fast that nobody ever lasts. As I walk into the room, the realm of the mass, thinking to myself, I inevitably crash. Done cutting weight, I'm done with my past. But there's something about the feeling of
and I think it's beneficial for both of us.
Again, we are talking with Cale Catt, the director of the Career and Technical Education Program for Geary County Schools, USD 475. Last question I got for you. You guys earlier today hosted a training with the Kansas State Department of Education. Talk to us about that training and what you guys all put on display for the state.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat. The individual plan of study, like I said, I think Geary County does that very, very, very well. And I think that we're kind of I would say kind of a staple, with that process around the state. And KSDE asked if they could come do one of their workshops at our school so we could show off how we do things, right? Today was also our IPS day where students come in and present their, post-secondary plans, talk about courses they need in order to get there, just the steps that they're taking and need to take in order to get to that point where they want. KSDE got to see some of our students present. They got a debrief with us, with the group from around the state to just, how does this work? How did you get to this point? What have you learned throughout the process? And I think it's neat that, we were chosen to really help others around the state to get better and really to serve students, in that pursuit of that post-secondary success.
Cale, thanks so much for coming on our Cloud County Community College Halftime Education segment, and thanks so much for all you do for the high school.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
This concludes our JC Abstract and Title Company Halftime Show. Also concludes our Cloud County Community College Halftime Education segment. Second half action between the Blue Jays and the Junior Blues coming up right after this on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK.
Hey, looking to buy or sell your home in Junction City or the surrounding communities? Trust the experts at RE/MAX Signature Properties. Our team of dedicated realtors is here to guide you every step of the way. Because real estate is more than just a transaction, it's about community. We're proud supporters of Blue Jay Athletics and proud to serve our neighbors right here at 425 North Washington Street in Junction City. Visit us anytime at SignaturePropertiesKS.com. That's SignaturePropertiesKS.com, where your next chapter begins.
Cloud County Community College's vibrant faculty and staff are dedicated to providing an environment where students can explore their future and fulfill their potential. The strong sense of community and belonging provides exceptional support of students both in and out of the classroom. We are Cloud proud to be the best community college for student success and helping you find your path. Are you ready to build your foundation? Join T-Bird Nation.
When it's time to hit the road, the last thing you need to worry about is your vehicle. At T.O. Haas Tire, we'll inspect your brakes, belts, hoses, fluid, suspension, tires, and more. All done by a certified technician, and all done absolutely free. And don't forget, we have a tire for every vehicle and every budget with optimum tire wear, fuel economy, and most importantly, driver safety.
T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, a tradition of trust.
P4. Bingo!
Everyone is welcome to have fun and make new friends at 4th and Franklin, home of American Legion Post 45 Bingo, Wednesday and Thursday nights. Doors open and cards go on sale at 6 p.m. Early bird session starts at 6:30. The real fun begins at 7, and enjoy the regular session with progressive jackpots that have gone to $4,750. Sunday, auxiliary Post 45 Bingo cards go on sale at 1 p.m. Regular bingo at 2. 4th and Franklin, your fun Post 45 Bingo corner in Junction City.
We are back at Blue Jay Stadium. This continues our Junction City Abstract and Title Company halftime show. They just put 3 more minutes on the clock. The Blue Jays and the Junior Blues battling it out for a Centennial League title. Junction City leads 14-7. I'm Anthony Georges, joined alongside Brian Field in our Central National Bank broadcast booth. Interesting first half. Both offenses got started off really quick, and then the injury bug hit. John Hoytel, hope he's okay. Deshaun Green, hope he's okay. Both could be serious injuries. We really don't know, and we're not going to speculate. But like you said, it's unfortunate. It's the game of football, and now you got to get back to it here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to hope and pray that everybody's okay. As your teammate, you pray your teammate's okay. You really want to see him be all right. Both teams, and for both players on both teams, they're not going to just root for their own player to be healthy. They want everybody out here wants both of those young men to be okay. And the thing is, it's a physical game, though. And what the worst thing you can do is let up now, because a lot of times, being a game of controlled aggression, the thing is you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're shying away from contact at it or something like that, because that's a way that you can get hurt. And so, you want to absorb the blow as well as you want to give it, and that's just part of the game of football. And we hope that both of those young men are going to be okay, and we go the rest of this game without any more injuries like that. But again, the Blue Jay offense tonight clicking pretty darn well. That first drive was the best opening drive they had this year. I think maybe even the best drive that they've had this year. Good mix of run and pass. They had 7 different guys touch the football. That was huge. Defensively, the Blue Jays are holding their own tonight. Of course, they've held Washburn to just 7 points in the first half, and it's a team that averages how many points a game, you said, Anthony? Is it 40?
35
points a game. So,
and I might add to that real quick. It's not like Hoytel, the quarterback, went out early in the game. It was late. No. It was right before halftime.
Yeah, no. And the thing about it is that, and this young man that's come in behind him has done a nice job throwing the football. He's made a couple of nice passes, and so he's probably going to be pretty capable himself, or he wouldn't be the backup quarterback at a 6A high school, a program as successful as Washburn Rural. So, but again, the defense not tackling maybe as well tonight. I think you give credit to Washburn Rural for how hard they're running. Baum's doing a really nice job running the football tonight. We haven't seen, and I want to make sure I pronounce his name right, because we always that's one of those names we've said a lot of different ways, but he is a very dynamic back, but he's been injured and so has not played a lot this year.
This is the third year he's been kind of their main back. All 3 years the Blue Jays have played against them, he has been injured.
Yeah. And
not at 100%.
Yeah, and so, and when you're that physical of a running back, sometimes that happens, is that, when you deliver the blow as much, you kind of put yourself in that situation, but here's the kickoff, Anthony.
Yeah, Ethan Butler ready to kick it away. 14-7 as we begin the second half. Just after 8:30, it's a high end over end kick, a short kick, going to be taken to the 35-yard line, and then a big hit for the Blue Jays on the tackle for Junction City. Number 42, the freshman, Jerry Fall, called his name a lot last week and the final couple of quarters there at Topeka.
Yeah, they said they were going to get some freshmen in there on special teams, get these guys an opportunity to get out there and play. The guys that had a chance to showcase themselves a little bit under the lights last week for the first time against Topeka High. It was the first time we really had a lead other than week 1, where we were able to get some guys in there and have an opportunity. And so this Blue Jay defense now, they just need to come out here and continue to do what they've been doing. Bend a little bit but don't break, but I'd like to see them tackle just a little better here in the second half.
So Van Tool came in as the backup quarterback. He's got it here. Here's a running play. Baum has it at the 40-yard line. Spins off a couple of tackles. There's that tackling you're talking about. He was hit at the 42. Spins up to the 45-yard line.
He's a tough kid to bring down. And so, again, I don't want to say that it's all the Blue Jays not tackling as well. Some of that you got to give credit to Baum, because that kid runs the ball really, really hard.
And so, again, the backup quarterback, number 9, Gavin Van Tool. They're going to do a 2-back system here. They've got Baum and Minikue both in the game. 2nd down and 5 from the 45. Baum goes in motion, and it's going to be a running play. Here to the near side, and he's going to be hit Minikue, and he's going to stumble to the 50-yard line, and they're going to stay down at the 49 on the Washburn Rural side. So 3rd down and about a yard. Watching some scores here. Can't believe we're already in week number 7. It's all going to come down to that seeding and points. Derby, who is ahead of the Blue Jays and right behind Washburn Rural and the Acacia standings for playoffs, leads at the half, 55-21 over Maize South. 3rd down and 1, 10:55 to go in this third quarter. Here's a running play. The Blue Jays are all over it, but Minique just lowers the shoulder and plows forward. He's got the first down.
Yeah, Minique, man, he's a tough runner. And he, the thing about him is that he's kind of the complete package. He's shifty. He also runs hard, so he's a power runner. And the thing is, we talked about both of these backs over 200 pounds. They both bring a load when they come at you.
So again, the Blue Jays without Jashawn Green. Washburn Rural without their starting quarterback, John Hoytel. And here comes the Junior Blues on the Junction City side of the field. It is going to be a pass play going to the far side. Van Tool looking to throw. He's going to take off and run. He's got some speed. Makes a man miss at the 42-yard line and goes out at the 40. Mobile quarterback, number 9, Gavin Van Tool. 6'1", 185 junior.
And that's what I mean. He's a backup 6A quarterback, so at a very good school that is very good at coaching quarterbacks. Steve Buell always has good quarterbacks, so this kid's going to be plenty capable of running this offense.
It was enough for a first down. They're going to say you stayed in bounds long enough. 1st and 10. It is going to be a quarterback keeper here to the near side. It's an option play. Boganowski misses a tackle. Now he's going to break it back outside of the 30-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. Coach Ty Zimmerman clapping his hands at his defense. This Blue Jay defense is struggling against the backup quarterback, Gavin Van Tool, who is very, very mobile.
Yeah, Great Bend's over Hayes right now, 14-0.
2nd down, and they're going to call it 2, more like a long 1. 2 receivers go to the right. Van Tool can throw it. Hasn't thrown it much. He's going to give it off on a handoff here. The Blue Jays are going to be all over it. Number 28, Trey Bradley, doing a great job. And now there's going to be some pushing after the play, but no gain on the play. Trey Bradley just stood up his blocker and pushed him back, so there was no way that Minique was getting by.
That's what he does at that nose guard position, and he's eating centers up all season long.
9:20 to go in the third quarter. Junction City 14, Washburn Rural 7. The Junior Blues are driving at the Junction City 30-yard line with 9:10 to go in the third. A big 3rd down, 4-down territory, so 2 downs to get a yard for the Junior Blues. Van Tool claps his hand. He's going to keep it himself. The Blue Jays bite again on the fake. Van Tool to the 15, 10, 5, and he is in for a 31-yard rushing touchdown.
I'm not really sure why the Blue Jays are getting so confused by that play. What they did is just ran a read right there, but they read it as a counter read. So he faked the handoff to the back, and then he actually countered off of it, just a quarterback counter. And for some reason over the years, that has been kryptonite to the Blue Jay defense because, years ago you used to see Topeka High when they ran that so well, they'd run that quarterback counter. Derby's done it too, and man, right there, he ran that to perfection.
Boy, he was very quick getting out into the open field.
He is definitely fast.
He went from right to left and right down the middle and in for a touchdown. And here comes the PAT to tie the game up at 14. 8:57 to go in the third. A good snap, a good hold. The kick, it is on the way, and the kick is good. We're all tied up at 14 apiece, and now we're going to see the Blue Jay offense for the first time in the second half.
Well, and again, the Blue Jay offense just needs to do exactly what they do. Here's the thing. So Minique, 6'1", 225. We talked about Baum, 5'11", 215. But, man, you throw in a quarterback that's that fast, and this is what Washburn this is maybe more his style. Maybe he's more of a running quarterback. They might throw when they need to, but this may be something that Washburn comes out and does. And boy, if the Blue Jays don't do a better job of that against that quarterback counter, this could be a long second half.
8:57 to go in the third. 14-7 or 14-14 as the score was. 14-7 at halftime, and they go right down the field and they score. It's 14-14. We're all knotted up, and now the Junction City offense. They scored on their first 2 drives of the game very crisp. They moved up and down the field and got it into the end zone, and since then they have kind of been stymied by that Rural defense. Now would be a perfect time to get up and move it again on homecoming night. Try and jump back ahead. Touching the ball for the first time here in this second half.
We've had a lot of close games. The very first game in this stadium, the Blue Jays kicked a field goal with 5 seconds left to tie the game. It went into overtime, and we'll talk about that in a second. They had to win the game in overtime against Washburn Rural, the very first game in this stadium, fall of 21.
The ball is teed up at the 40-yard line, ready to kick it away, and it is going to be a high end-over-end deep kick. Timms has got it at the 5-yard line, far side. He's going to take it up the sideline. Timms has got some speed, 35, 40, 45, 50, back into the middle of the field, 40, to the 30-yard line. Kingston Timms being chased from behind, 20, 10, 5, No boys! It's a 95-yard kickoff. Return for a touchdown for the Blue Jays.
And that is what I mean by I've been waiting for Kingston Timms. Everybody watches Lavelle Autry and does not want to kick the ball to him, so they kick it to Kingston. And that's been going on all season long. I've been waiting for him to break one. I think that's the Blue Jays' first kickoff return for a touchdown. I know this season, but I think it's been a couple of years since we had one.
Talk about making a splash to 95 yards on the return, all the way down the far sideline, back into the middle of the field, here to the near side. He was being chased from behind, but Timms showed that speed and got in the end zone for a Blue Jay touchdown. That didn't take long, just 13 seconds, and now Butler is on for the PAT. We'll see if he can make it 21-14. Again, a new holder for the Blue Jays this week. Ready to snap it, the hold, the kick, it is on the way, and the kick is good. 21-14 with 8:43 to go in the third quarter. That touchdown and every Blue Jay touchdown this season is brought to you by IHOP in Junction City. When the Blue Jays score, you score free pancakes. For every touchdown they score during tonight's game, you get that many free pancakes at IHOP in Junction City, open till midnight at 321 East Ash Street. That's 3 touchdowns, so 3 free pancakes. Still a lot of game left, but man, 21-14. 14 seconds it took to get the lead back.
Yeah, and that's for home and road games. Originally we said just for road games. But 1 week, 7 free pancakes.
Week 1.
Yeah, we didn't get all 7. No, that was the next week. I'm sorry. It was like 5 or 6, and I think you and I just got 3, Ryan. But yeah, I don't need 7 pancakes. I don't need 5. I really don't need any pancakes, but they're really, really good. You cannot resist the IHOP pancakes. So, yeah, hopefully everybody goes out after the game, homecoming night. Go out and get you a nice post-game breakfast.
Post-game breakfast. More like a late-night dinner since they close at midnight.
Yeah, that's all right.
Breakfast for dinner, hey, everybody loves that. You know, we talked last week. We talked at Topeka. We said that the opportunity has been there. They just haven't been able to break one because of some penalties. Right there, great blocking, great speed.
Well, and I like to see Timms. Actually, he did a great job running down the sideline, and when he saw that he needed to cut across the field, the way that he did it was the way you should do it. See if you can get to the middle of the field, and if they force you to the other side, he had to go a long way for that, but that was a really nice touchdown run by Kingston Timms.
Very cool for us to call again right here on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK. 21-14. The Blue Jays back on top. Butler is going to kick it. It's a knuckleball. Going to be taken to the 35-yard line. And a nice tackle in the open field for the Blue Jays. Number 30, Damari McKinney made the stop. A big guy that was on the return right there. It was number 80. And I don't have an 80 on the roster.
No, I know, and there's been a couple of numbers that they didn't have on their roster tonight, which is unusual. So I don't know if they had jersey situations where they had to maybe switch something out or whatnot. The Blue Jay defense right here, this is what they need to do. This is when big defenses win championships. This is when this defense really needs to come in here right now and either create a turnover or get a big stop here.
So here comes the junior blue offense at the 40-yard line. It was a short kick that tried to avoid that big return. It's going to be a running play. The Blue Jays are all over it. Number 30, Damari McKinney came in from the corner spot and made the tackle for loss. A loss of 2 back to the 38.
Yeah, and I kind of thought Coach Zimmerman might bring the pressure. Coach Zimmerman.
We got a player down again.
Oh, gosh.
This is their running back, and he stayed down on the field. I think that's Minikue, isn't it? Number 24.
I don't know.
Either Minikue or Baum. It's one of the running backs, and he stayed down, and he's been dealing with injuries all season.
Well, the Blue Jays blitzed McKinney from the corner right there. A nice run blitz, and McKinney very fast. And so, yeah, let's hope that this
and we're okay. Wrong, thanks to Norton here. It's number 82, Isaiah Whiteside. So he must maybe got rolled up on. I'm trying to speculate, but it was right where the running back got tackled for a loss. McKinney came in low, took the running back out of the legs like you're supposed to do. Maybe, unfortunately, got the tight end right there. And so he is down with an injury with 8:28 to go in the third quarter. Junction City 21, Washburn Rural 14. And you just hate to see such a good football game, but so many injuries tonight. And that obviously is the most important part. We hope all these kids are okay.
Yeah, we hope they're okay.
Again, right now, number 82, Isaiah Whiteside is down. Just a sophomore, big kid, 6'4", 190-pound tight end. Might have gotten rolled up on, and appears to be in some pain. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Let's go ahead and thank some of our great sponsors: Central National Bank, Cardinal Insurance, Blue Restaurant in Junction City Abstract and Title, and Cloud County Community College, the Geary County campus. Again, want to mention for homecoming week and then senior night next week, Blue Restaurant in Junction City at the corner of 6th and Washington. They're going to stay open. Their kitchen is staying open late, staying open until 11 p.m. at 602 North Washington Street. Go over and see Jordan and her team after the game. Not putting any weight on that left leg is Isaiah Whiteside, and hope he's okay, being helped off by 2 athletic trainers and I believe maybe a coach as well. And so the injury bug is biting both teams. And, the Blue Jays just began to get healthy. Washburn Rural have been dealing with injuries. They just get Minikue back, and now they lose their quarterback, Hoytel. Whiteside is injured, so just a lot of injuries both sides tonight. And you hate to say this, partner, but when you get 2 very physical, big, powerful football teams, sometimes that happens.
It does. It's part of the game. It's unfortunate. The Blue Jays had some injuries. Manhattan, that was a tough game. Hayes, Lawrence. The Blue Jays have had some very physical football games this year.
21-14 is the score. It was a loss of 2. Damari McKinney had the tackle for loss. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Shotgun snap looking to pass, and we are going to get a false start on Washburn Rural. The Blue Jays were going to come with a blitz right there. Coach Ty Zimmerman was a little bit animated over on the sideline when they were watching film. You think he might dial up the pressure here against the backup quarterback?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. Again, I don't know if the Blue Jays are as gap sound tonight as they have been on their gap assignments, because you're seeing those backs get to those holes. They've done a better job here on that last drive, but Washburn Rural, big offensive line. They block very, very well, and I think that's what they're probably talking about. But this Blue Jay defensive front doing a nice job still, as they have all year.
Shotgun snap. They're going to roll the pocket to the right. Jackson Hawley is there. He's going to sack the quarterback all the way back at the 26-yard line. It's a loss of 7 yards on 2nd and 17. Make it 3rd down and 24.
So that right there was just that defensive front doing what they need to do, attacking that outside between the guard and the tackle, shoot that gap as soon as you start to recognize that play, and you could tell that's what he did. Jackson Hawley recognized the play, did exactly what he needed to do.
3rd down and 24. 2 receivers go to the right. The ball's on that right hash. 3-man front for the Blue Jays. That 3-3-5 you're always talking about. The line to gain is the 50-yard line. 2 receivers set now to each side. 7:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is going to be a running play right up the middle. Marcus Boganowski is there to make the hit and the tackle. Also over there, number 8, Khalil Walker. Short gain on the play. 4th and long. The Junior Blues are going to have to punt. There's that defensive stand you were asking for.
Well, and that's the thing. I was just kind of looking right there to see who a couple of these players were. So, again, the Blue Jay defense, they've just been so dominant this year, and that defensive front just continues mechanically sound. They do such a great job.
And it's going to be they're going to fake it. There's going to be a quarterback run. The punter has had it, tried to take off and run, and Braxton Schroeder already recovered a fumble. He tackles the punter all the way back at the 23-yard line. There was nobody on the far side of the field, so the quarterback turned to punter, thought he had a chance to take it down the sideline. The freshman Stroda says no, and the Blue Jays are set up in great territory after a heady special teams play by the freshman.
That was an amazing open field tackle right there by Stroda. Again, I'm not sure. I don't know why he ran. I don't know if he thought he could get it, if that was that's not the best place in the world to fake a punt. So I'm not really sure. I know they saw somebody do that once against us, Hayes, but right there, that's a kind of a tough spot to do that. And so now the Blue Jays in business.
They are. 1st and 10 from the 23. Totibe has it. He's going to run it here to the near side. Going to be tackled to the 21-yard line, so a short gain. Josiah Totibe got his first touchdown of the season last week, and he is getting another workload tonight. They're trying to ease Aaron Woods back in with that hand injury.
Well, what I would like to see right here is Coach Zimmerman settle in like he always has. Usually in the second half, once he gets a lead, he just kind of settles in, eats clock, and runs the football. I'd love to see us run the football more here in the second half.
Here comes another running play. Totibe is going to bring it here to the near side. He's down inside the 20, drives his way forward to the 18-yard line. So another running play, and the Blue Jays are up 21-14. 6:05 to go in the 3rd quarter. Clock ticking away. Great field position. Got to take advantage of the opportunity. Going to be 3rd down and about 5 to go. Inside the 20 in the red zone. Had a lot of success throwing the ball tonight. Beckman's going to come here to the near side. Autry's going to go to the left side. 3rd down and 5. Woods is the running back.
One-on-one coverage over there with that corner on Autry. Let's see what they decide to do. That safety playing more in the middle of the field, but they have two high safeties right here.
Out of the shotgun, Woods goes from right to left. Now Bean goes H-back right to left as well. Shotgun snap. They're going to fake it. Looking to throw. Throwing it to the end zone for Beckman. He's going to be fighting out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
He catches it, but he went out of bounds and then came back in. So it's going to be illegal touching. And they were trying to hand fight on the sideline. Beckman stepped out of bounds. A great throw by the quarterback, Gomez. The officials are going to talk about it.
They're going to see if he got forced out of bounds. I'm not sure if he did, though. I think he actually stepped out of bounds. They're going to talk about it.
But he had to reestablish himself no matter what. The Whitehead's going to come over. How about the catch, though? Fighting his way to get back in bounds to make the catch. I don't think it's going to count. The official threw his hat, and when he throws his hat, that means the receiver is out of bounds. They're talking about it. The Whitehead is coming over to make the decision. It was third down. We'll get the official call right here from the White Hat, but the Blue Jays are beginning to walk backwards. Here comes the call.
The receiver was forced out of bounds.
The receiver was forced out of bounds.
He immediately came back in and participated. Off the ball.
It's a touchdown! So you were talking about it. He was blocked out of bounds, forced out of bounds. Beckman establishes himself inbounds. I didn't know if he got reestablished. He made the catch in the end zone, and the Blue Jays.
He definitely got back in bounds. The point was, it looked like he was shoved out of bounds for sure, and so that's really, really big right there for the Blue Jays. And so I think that was the right call right there. I mean, and they've been pushing these receivers a lot tonight. We saw Beckman get shoved earlier over here, and it didn't get called, so I'm glad they made the call right there.
It's a touchdown for the Blue Jays. Here comes the ever-important PAT, 27-14. It's a 13-point lead for the Blue Jays. And we are going to get a flag, and it's going to be a false start on the Blue Jays. Again, it was an 18-yard connection. A great job by the quarterback, Gomez, stepping up to the right and then firing a bullet to Beckman. A false start on the PAT. The holder is number 36, Coron Doris, a senior. He moved into the district.
He's new, and he had to get his time in before he could play. And, it sounds like maybe he held where he came from, though it sounded like maybe. But the reason he's holding is that we don't have Brock Navis tonight.
So here comes the PAT from 5 yards back. It'll be a 25-yard attempt. And now Washburn Rural is going to jump off sides. The Blue Jays will kick it. The kick is good, but they blow the play dead. And now we've seen this a couple of times last night, the game we were calling last night at Salina Central. But Coach Zimmerman's saying the kick was good, but they're not going to count it. They're going to blow the play dead, so they'll have to re-kick it again.
Well,
so maybe the third time's the charm.
Well, but we saw that earlier. So apparently if it happens before the kick, they're not giving them a free play on because it's an untimed down is the only reason I can think about it, because we've seen that happen where the kick was good and they didn't give them the option. So because it's an untimed down, it must not be work like that.
Here comes the PAT. It's a low kick, a bullet kick, but the kick is on the way. The kick is good with 5:31 to go in the third. Junction City 28, Washburn Rural 14. That touchdown and every Blue Jay touchdown this season is brought to you by IHOP in Junction City. When the Blue Jays score, you score free pancakes at IHOP in Junction City. Open until midnight tonight at 321 East Ash Street. For every touchdown the Blue Jays score during tonight's game, get that many free pancakes at IHOP. They're at 4 touchdowns, a couple of passing touchdowns, a couple of rushing touchdowns, and a 95-yard kick return for a touchdown as well. Here comes that Blue Jay team that we've been waiting to see have a full game. They've got a special team score, a couple of great offensive drives. Last week, Toby Johnson had an interception late in the game for a defensive score, so taking a little bit of time here, but all three phases have got on the board this season.
Yeah, so it's fun to sit here and text with some of these alumni and see some alumni here tonight, and everybody really happy with the way the Blue Jays are playing. And again, the offense clicking pretty darn well, and this is one of the best offensive games the Blue Jays have played this season, and doing a lot of things well. The offensive line doing a good job keeping that defensive front of Washburn. Really, in all rights, Conrad Gomez has not been under much pressure tonight.
That offensive line is doing a great job. And, hey, a tip of the cap to Jack Grable, the sophomore, getting his first start.
He's doing a really good job at center tonight. Yes, he is.
Certainly do miss Avery Florence and feel so bad for him.
Avery, being a senior and all.
28-14, the Blue Jays lead it. And they're going to kick it right here. They're going to kick it here to the near side. This time it is a high end over and deep kick. Roth going all the way back to his own 7-yard line. He's a good return man. Bringing it here to the near side. Sean Powell wraps him up, and then he's going to be forced out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line. So a great job on coverage. Number 22, Sean Powell, was down there. And here comes the Washburn Rural Junior Blues offense, again led by backup quarterback. And this is a wide receiver turned quarterback tonight, Gavin Van Tool. He's got some speed. He has a long touchdown run of 31 yards earlier in this half. But the Blue Jays, the defense has come up big a couple of times. And we'll see if they can again right here.
Yeah, so third quarter, 3:24 to go. Great Bend up 21-7 over Hayes. That's a good football game. That's one we've been wanting to watch just because we're curious, because that game has a lot of implications as far as standings in the West in 5A.
Here's going to be a shotgun snap. They're going to pass it to the far side. Pass is caught. Jamarcus Tyson is going to bring down the running back. They're going to say forward progress was at the 14-yard line. The official tackle where he was taken to the ground was back at the 10-yard line. Number 26, Jaden Baum, had the reception, but a loss of 3 on first down. You've got to win first down. We hear Coach Zimmerman say that all the time, and that Blue Jay defense is doing that right now.
Yeah, and, the big thing is, again, you've got Washburn pinned deep here. Just no big plays. If you give them 3 or 4 yards a play, that's fine. Let them start to drive, but just keep them on their side of the field.
4:48 to go in the third quarter. Junction City 28, Washburn Rural 14. Here's going to be a running play right into the middle. Jamarcus Tyson made first contact, and then a herd of Blue Jays right there to make the stop. Just shy of the initial line of scrimmage at the 17-yard line, so it's going to be 3rd down and 11. And Van Tool, you got to watch him here. He's really good on that option, and he's got some speed if he can break it.
Tyson did a really nice job with his gap responsibility right there, met him right in the gap, and was able to stand him up, and that was the big thing. And then a couple Blue Jays came in to help make the tackle right there.
3rd down and 10 for the Blue Jays. For the Junior Blues. The Blue Jays defense showing some pressure. Here they come at the blitz. It's going to be a screen pass. Noah Uggen is right there to bring the running back down. Noah Uggen, you highlighted him in our pregame interview with Coach Zimmerman, does all the right things. The senior on homecoming night makes a big tackle for a loss on 3rd and long.
And it's nice to see him get the tackle because he's one of those kids that creates the play. And a lot of times if you're the guy that creates the play, you don't always get to be the guy to make the tackle, but right there he does both. And so that was really nice. He just shot the gap. We talked about that last night. When you're standing there and you see a screen start to form, you as a defender are almost like a running back trying to find a hole so you can get through that line and then make that tackle. And so he did that beautifully right there. That's how you beat the screen.
Going to have to punt from inside his own 5-yard line. The Blue Jays bring some pressure. It's the end-over-end punt. Autry's going to fumble the ball. He's going to pick it back up and going to be tackled at the 48-yard line. A big open field tackle right there, I believe, was by number 30. Riker Peterson, I think, was on the stop. But, man, that could have been dangerous for the Blue Jays. We're going to take a quick break back before Blue Jay football right after this. Junction City leads at 28-14.
If a sports injury has you on the sidelines, the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center offers physical therapy with a clear objective, a swift, safe return to your sport, performing at your best. Instead of prolonged time away from what you love, our experienced physical therapists develop individualized programs. These programs feature sports-specific activities and targeted interval drills designed for your particular injury. Your comeback starts here at Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center. We are proud to be the official orthopedic surgeons for K-State Athletics. For more information and to take the first step in your recovery, visit kansasortho.com.
Back at Blue Jay Stadium, the Blue Jays back on offense now, leading 28-14 with 3:22 to go in the third. Shotgun snap. Gomez looking to pass, floats it near side for Autry. A great pass. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. That was a perfect job floating the ball over the defender right into the hand of the senior receiver.
Conrad's been so great with his touch passes this year. He can throw the ball hard and, zip it when he needs to. But right there we talk about the dart versus the paper airplane. Perfect paper airplane right there. Score update real quick. So number 1 in 4A, Cape and Mount Carmel up over number 4 in 5A, St. James Academy, 35-31.
That game is going to go all the way down to the wire. Here's a running play. Aaron Woods has got it. Number 26 in blue drives its way forward to the 26-yard line. Clock is beginning to become a factor. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. 28-14. Junction City on top. If the Blue Jays win, they will win the Centennial League outright. Still got a Centennial League game next week against Emporia, but this would be huge right here. Washburn Rural is at Manhattan next week.
Conrad Gomez looking to the sideline, changing the play.
And he's going to hand it off here to the near side to Woods. Woods is going to be hit by big number 44 in white. A great job right there getting his hands on him. 44 is Cade Danielson, a junior linebacker who's doing a great job here for the Junior Blues.
Well, Danielson, and also I believe that's number 58, Sammy Brumley. He's a senior defensive lineman. So what they did is they stood up the tackle for the Blue Jays, the right tackle, just stood him up, and they were able to get in there and disrupt the play and make the tackle. Nice play that time by Washburn Rural.
3rd down and 3 from inside the 25-yard line. 2:09 to go in the third. Autry comes near side. Beckman goes to the far side. Both of those receivers have a touchdown tonight. Out of the shotgun, it's going to be a running play to the near side.
Oh, wow.
Woods is going to be hit at the 24-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 4th down and 4. The Blue Jays tried to run right and got hit for a loss.
Yeah, that was Jordy Heim again, one of the Heim brothers.
Oh, man, them kids are good
I'll tell you
athletes.
what, that kid is good, man. He really, tonight, I know we haven't said his name a lot, but, I mean, there's been several times that he has spilled a play and messed up the play. Somebody else has gotten the tackle, talking about a guy that makes the play happen but maybe didn't get the tackle, but right there he did both.
And a big 4th down. The Blue Jays converted on 4th down on their first drive of the game. 2 receivers go left. The tight end in the game, 2 tight ends near side. And the Blue Jays flex back to the pistol. They're going to fake it. Shotgun snap. Looking to pass. Throws far side. Autry's got it at the 15-yard line for a first down inside the red zone and then slammed down inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. A great pass into the flats outside the numbers for a Blue Jay first down.
That's just that little out route that we run where they kind of do a little double move. They move in almost like they're going to run a slant, or they'll run it straight and then just go straight out. We see him run it both with Norris and Lavelle Autry.
Aiden Woods, the senior, checks into the game. It'll be the first time we've called his game tonight, the older brother of Aaron Woods. So Aiden out wide here to the near side, standing at the 10-yard line. Lavelle Autry in the slot. 2 tight ends come right. 1st and 10 for the 1st and goal from the Blue Jays. And Totive's got it. He's going to dive forward, and he's going to be stopped at the 6-yard line. So a short gain, 1:05 to go, and the clock is just going to keep on ticking. And the Blue Jays are more than fine with that, leading by 2 touchdowns, 28-14 with a minute to go in the third.
So Beckman came off. Now he's going to go back on. That's why we saw Woods come on. Blue Jays are going to go. They're going to go twins right this time with a tight end.
Bean comes out of the game. Into the game, Jamarcus Tyson also in there. The tight end number 18, Aiden Martin. 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Totiva, the running back, out of the shotgun set. It was a slow snap. Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that might be. I don't know if that was maybe the first error by our center tonight. He's done a really good job tonight, so you don't want to fault him because, you know, that's a big spot for him to get his first start, and he's doing a really nice job for the Blue Jays coming in there. And, you know, the
5'11", 315 is a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a big kid, but, you know, you got to love Jack Grable is just really come in and done a great job for Florence.
They're going to look here to the near side. They have to run one more play. 25 seconds is the game clock. 15 is the play clock. 2nd down and go from the 11 after the penalty. And it's going to be a passing play. Looking to pass over the middle. There's going to be a pass interference penalty in the end zone. Autry tried to cut inside, and he was held up by number 16, Braylon Dolman. So it'll be a penalty, a pass interference, unless they say it was before the ball was thrown. But it appears to be pass interference on Autry.
Either way, it's a hold because he grabbed his arm. You could see it.
Great route by Autry, and now we're going to see that formation we've become used to seeing tonight, the Wildcat.
They're going power there. They're bringing Neal to play tight end. He did that some last year. They'll put him at H-back. Neal, a great blocker for the Blue Jays. He's done that so well this season, and he steps in there and
it is pass interference.
Yeah, so the Blue Jays going to run this probably here. They're bringing in Walker, putting him in the Wildcat.
Lavelle Autry goes to the left. He's got a touchdown out of this formation on a jet sweep. The Blue Jays have it at the 5-yard line. Khalil Walker's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run his way forward. Is he in? Yes, he's in for a Blue Jay touchdown on a 5-yard rushing touchdown by the linebacker turned Wildcat quarterback Khalil Walker. The Blue Jays lead it 34-14.
Yeah, he's made some nice runs tonight. So, tell you what, he's making a big push to be player of the game tonight, isn't he? Because
he is.
He's created a turnover tonight. He's run the ball very, very well. Was that his second touchdown, or did he get one? Yeah, first one. He got stopped earlier, but he made a couple of really nice runs to set up that touchdown. But anyway, Khalil Walker doing a nice job, and he's a great athlete. But I'll tell you what, man, on defense, he is such a spark plug for them. He's physical. He hits hard.
And the PAT is on the way, and the kick is good, 35-14. Go ahead and finish your thought.
No, Khalil. I'll tell you what, and he's a kid that we've talked about a couple times with Coach Zimmerman, and man, he just plays so hard. He's very athletic, but the thing is he sets the tone on defense so many times because he is so physical, and he is a hard hitter. And you know, people say, well, gosh, you know, as we become more sensitive, and especially after injuries like tonight, you know, you talk about, oh gosh, you know, he's a hard, but that is football. You know, it is. It's physical, and you got to hit hard.
What a game the Blue Jays are putting on. 35-14 is our score. Let's go ahead and thank some more sponsors. Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center, JC's Barbecue and Grill, C&K Construction, New Horizons RV, and T.O. Haas Tire and Auto. That touchdown was brought to you by IHOP in Junction City. IHOP, a proud supporter of Junction City High School. For every touchdown the Blue Jays score during tonight's game, get that many free pancakes at IHOP in Junction City, open till midnight at 321 East Ash Street. 35-14 the Blue Jays win, partner. They're going to be Centennial League champs. And that is just the first goal that they had on their checklist this season. 4-2, trying to get to 5-2. 12 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Butler is going to kick it. It's a pooch kick here to the near side. Calling for a fair catch is Roth back at the 25-yard line. And we are going to step aside. 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll take a break. Back with more Blue Jay football right after this. Junction City 35, Washburn Rural 14.
Hi, this is Brian Field from Cardinal Insurance. Cardinal Insurance is a trusted choice, independent insurance agency who writes insurance through several different insurance companies. We work hard to find the right company for you. And as a proud Junction City High School alum and former Blue Jay athlete, I know how hard our Blue Jays work to proudly represent Junction City High School and our community. That's why we are a proud sponsor of Blue Jay Broadcasts. For more information, go to cardinalinsuranceservices.com and go Blue Jays.
Back at Blue Jay Stadium, I'm Anthony George, just joined alongside Brian Field. 11 seconds to go. Now they put one more second, so 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And it's going to be a pass play to the far side. It's a high pass. Goes off the hand of the intended target on the far side. Good sportsmanship being shown by both teams as Kingston Timms helps the intended receiver up, trying to get a number. I think that might have been number 5, the intended target right there, Nate Selm. Great play, almost like a short little tunnel screen like you were saying, but he couldn't hold on to it. 9 seconds to go in the third. 35-14, the Blue Jays on top by 21.
Yeah. Kingston Timms did a really nice job on that play, and he's, of course, got the touchdown on the kickoff return earlier, too.
Shotgun snap, looking to pass. Van Tooley's in trouble. Jackson Hawley hits, and the ball is out. And they're going to say it's going to be scooped up, but they're going to say the quarterback was down. Jackson Hawley was our Blue Restaurant player of the game last week. He's got 2 more sacks tonight. He's celebrating right now. A big sack right there by the senior. At the end of the third quarter, Junction City 35, Washburn Rural 14. The Blue Jays trying to hang on and get a Centennial League title tonight here on homecoming night at Blue Jay Stadium.
What's the number one regret we hear from homeowners? We should have gone with fiberglass windows instead of vinyl. At Midland Exteriors, we hear it all the time. Folks frustrated with vinyl windows from other companies that didn't hold up. Why the regret? Vinyl expands and contracts with temperature changes. That creates gaps, breaks the seal, and lets in water and drafts. Suddenly, your home feels more damp and less cozy. Plus, your energy bill goes way up. Instead of enjoying new windows, you're dealing with a mess and back to square one and paying for it twice. Don't make that mistake. Choose superior fiberglass windows from the start. They stay strong even under extreme temperatures. They won't warp, crack, or bend. They're better insulated for better energy efficiency and last decades longer than vinyl. Midland Exteriors. Do it once, do it right. For stronger, more durable fiberglass windows, call Midland Exteriors at 855-735-8255 or go online at midlandexteriors.com. That's midlandexteriors.com.
107.9 and 1420 KJCK. Your home for Junction City High School sports.
Welcome back to Blue Jay Stadium. I'm Anthony George alongside Brian Field in the Central National Bank broadcast booth. Our score 35-14. The Blue Jays are on top of the Junior Blues. Big story tonight has been injuries. Washburn Rural lost their starting quarterback John Hoytel. He was carted off the field on a stretcher, and certainly hope that he is okay. That was back in the first half. Here's a running play to the far side on 3rd down and 25 to begin this fourth quarter. Not a whole lot of room to run. Clock is taken at 11:50 to go, and really Washburn Rural having trouble getting going here in the second half. That first drive was great. Van Tool came out, something different for the Blue Jay defense to see, and he took it for a touchdown. But since this defense has been rock solid.
Well, and they were running the quarterback counter, and they just haven't been able to make that work. The Blue Jay defense made some adjustments and have done a great job on that.
And here is a great punt, a spiraling punt. Autry going all the way back to his own 41-yard line. He's going to make it and bring it here to the near side. Autry at the 45-yard line. Down the sideline. He's going to be pushed out at the 35. How about Coach Ty Zimmerman telling Autry, come to this side, and then he goes and he greets his team, the special teams. So he's very much involved, even like he was on the 2008 state championship team.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was the quarterback of that team, but also at K-State, you've seen that kind of fire. Coach Zimmerman, but the thing is, Coach Ty Zimmerman, he loves these kids, man. I mean, it's all about the kids for him. It's everything is about the kids, and he loves to see these kids be successful and excel, and when they do things right, he really wants to let them know, and when they don't do things right, he's good about the way that he tells them, though. You know, he's just got a good rapport with these kids, and they all love him and respect him, and I'll tell you what, man, that guy can sure coach defense because he's got a really good defense, especially this season. This might be one of the best Blue Jay defenses we've had in a long time.
1st and 10 for Junction City at the 35-yard line of Washburn Rural. It's a running play to the right side. Woods takes it to the right for a short gain, and now the Blue Jays are just going to try and eat this clock up. 11 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the game. 35-14, Junction City is on top.
So we'll see if the Blue Jays want to get one more score here. You know, they do have that extra cushion right there to make sure they need their 13 points tonight.
And now we're going to get a stoppage of play. The official from behind is going to walk in near the football at the 32-yard line. Did get a score update. Manhattan over Topeka High tonight, a final score of 50-0. Manhattan will play Washburn Rural next week to wrap up the regular season. 2nd down and 8. Conrad Gomez is going to pass. Shotgun snap, slinked it here to the near side. Intended target was Jamarcus Tyson. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. A little surprised to see the Blue Jays throw it there.
Yeah, Coach Z's a little disappointed because of what happened after the catch wasn't made. They pushed Tyson down, and he wants an explanation as to why that wasn't a flag there. But
I didn't think there was much there.
No, but he did push him. I mean, after the ball had already gone by, he pushed him down. But, yeah, I mean, that was sometimes just when you're coming up to make a tackle, it's hard to stop, and so you just kind of put your hands out, and that's kind of what happened there. I think you're right, Anthony.
So 3rd down and 8. The Blue Jays are going to go out of the pistol this time. Woods is the running back, and they're going to pass. Shotgun snap, bringing it here. Gomez looking to pass. Pump fake, steps up, throws for the end zone. Nobody home. His intended target fell down, and it's going to be incomplete. And Gomez walking up, trying to talk to Autry, who maybe got tripped up.
Yeah, I think he did, and that's why, you know, he's kind of letting him know. So basically, Gomez went over and said, hey, darn it, kind of gave him a little bit of gave him 5, you know, right there, and said, it's all right, kind of shook his hand. But, yeah, he got tripped up going over the middle right there. They were trying to double team him. They were running a post route, trying to set the post route up right there, and yeah, he got tripped up, got tangled up. But I like the fact that it was a no call because we did have one earlier this season where they called it a pass interference, and you know, it really, on the Blue Jays side, it really wasn't. It was just guys they're getting tripped up together, their legs.
5 seconds on the play clock. You've got to hurry. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Gomez takes the snap, looks to pass, rolls the pocket here to the near side. Here comes the blitz, throws near side, passes caught by Lance Norris. Is he going to have the first down or is he short? We'll see where they mark it. And Lance Norris is coming up hobbling, appears to be hurt. I know he was dealing with a lower leg injury this week. I think you're right. I think he is short of the first down, and Lance is going to hobble off the field. So, unfortunately, more injuries tonight for both sides, and Lance Norris being talked to by Coach Zimmerman down on the far side. But it's going to be a turnover on downs for Junction City, a good open field tackle, and the Blue Jays can't take advantage of the opportunity, but they still lead it 35-14 with 10:19 to go in this game. We thanked a lot of our great sponsors tonight. Let's go ahead and thank some more. Timeout Steakhouse, Honor Screen Printing and Embroidery, Hall and Hustle, Victory Clinic, and Key Office. We've talked about Blue Restaurant. We've also talked about IHOP. I want to mention Timeout Steakhouse celebrating 33 years in Grandview Plaza.
So there's an injury timeout because Norris did not get all the way off the field, and then he laid down right there. And now you got the trainer and Coach Dr. Jenkins over there.
Appeared to be an ankle injury as he was kind of hobbling to the sideline. We're going to take a break, another injury timeout. Lots of injuries tonight, and we are going to be back right after this on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK. Junction City 35, Washburn Rural 14.
For 33 years, Time Out Steakhouse in Grandview Plaza has been serving up the flavors you love. Juicy handmade burgers, sizzling steaks, and hometown favorites that keep you coming back for more. If you're really hungry, try tackling the Big 16, our famous 16-ounce steak that's become a local legend. And don't forget about our homemade schnitzel. Time Out Steakhouse, where great food and good times have been on the menu for over 3 decades. Find us at 101 Continental Drive in Grandview Plaza and taste why we've been a community favorite for 33 years.
Out of the timeout, TJ Minikew's got a big run for Washburn Rural. They're trailing by 21 points, 35-14 with 10-12 to go here in the game. And a big run for Minikew. Not a whole lot of times we've said that tonight, but a big run right there. And Washburn Rural's got to go in a hurry, down by 21 with 10 minutes to go in the game.
So Minikew, you can just watch him. He's not only athletic, he's powerful. Big, strong kid, 225 pounds.
Van Tool, the quarterback, has it. He's going to throw to the far side. Pass is caught. He was a pass on the run. Pass was caught by Nate Selm. Another first down just shy of the 50-yard line, stepped out at the 49.
That's the thing about Van Tool, and that's what I'm saying. You're not a 6A, backup quarterback at a school that has such a good track record of great quarterbacks. And so, he's plenty capable. We've seen him run the ball very, very well. He throws the ball on the run also very well.
1st and 10 from the 49. Minekew's going to run it again, this time dragged down from behind on the Junction City side of the field at the 49 by number 84, Jackson Hawley. So Jackson's having another really good game.
Well, he absolutely he has, and that whole defensive front has tonight. And that's kind of what we talked about. If the front seven can contain the run, it makes the secondary be able to be a little more honest on the pass because they don't have to worry as much about supporting the run.
Looking to throw, trying to bring it here to the near side. Van Tool steps up, slings it down the sideline, and the pass is going to be caught by number 26, Jaden Baum. He got his feet down, and then he went out of bounds. Angel Allen was back there, along with Damari McKinney, all the way down inside the 30-yard line, just shy of the 25. Good job finding a man open while on the run for the backup quarterback, Gavin Van Tool.
He threw it in double coverage, too, and so he's not afraid to do that himself and drop that right in. There was a great pass and a good route, too, by Baum.
The Junior Blues are on the move. 9:20 to go in the game. Looking to pass. Here come the Blue Jays. Khalil Walker is there to sling him down. Holly is there once again, but Walker was the one that made the initial contact.
Yeah, Khalil, man, I'll tell you what. Again, he has just been such a spark all season long, and last year played that jack safety some, and this year they moved him into that will linebacker position, and he's doing an outstanding job. But I'll tell you what, he's like I said, quick and physical to the football. Actually, he's been playing the Sam linebacker here recently.
2nd down and 15, back at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers go to each side, 4 receivers set. Here comes a man in motion from left to right. It's Selm. And now Selm going to continue to the right. 9 seconds on the play clock. 8:39 to go in the game. High snap. It is going to be a pass to the far side. Boganowski gets his hands on it, and it's a pass deflection by number 4, Marcus Boganowski, the junior for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, again, brought the pressure that time. They blitzed Boganowski, and we've seen him do that, and he's gotten his hand on several passes this year. He's just very athletic, very quick to the football, and he's a good athlete. And I'll tell you what, I mean, again, the Blue Jay defense now doing what they need to do. They've allowed a couple of big plays in this football game. That one early, that big run for the touchdown. But, really, for the most part, this defense doing a really good job holding a team that averages 35 points a game, just 14 so far.
3rd down and 15. 35-14 is our score. Van Tool is going to be blitzed, and down he goes again. Number 84, Jackson Hawley. Sack number 3 on the night for the senior, wearing number 84 in blue.
So here's what you're seeing. And a lot of times this is what happens late in ball games. We saw them do it to Topeka High. We've seen them do it. They did it against Manhattan. So this Blue Jay offense or defensive front, you hear the coaches talk about how mechanically sound they are, how good they are as far as how they do their job. They're not big. They're long. They've got a couple of long guys like Hawley. When they talk about he has some length at defensive end, he's able to get reach and is able to use his length to be able to get past these linemen. But the Blue Jay defensive front right now just basically taking over this game as they have in a lot of situations this year, and they're a little much right now for this Washburn offensive line to handle this late in the football game.
The Blue Jays did take a timeout right there. They were running a bunch of guys on late. Let's go ahead and thank some more sponsors. IHOP in Junction City, Midland Exteriors, Remax Signature Properties, Performance Audio and Tent, and American Legion Post 45. Thanks so much to all of our great sponsors making all these broadcasts happen right here on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK. The Blue Jays lead at 35-14. We're back at home next Friday night. The Blue Jays will host the Emporia High Spartans next Friday night to wrap up their regular season. they can win tonight. They lead by 21. The Blue Jays will win the Centennial League outright. Out of the timeout, still some confusion for the Blue Jays on the punt return team. Autry is back deep, and Van Tool is going to get this one away. Another great punt. It's going to go to the far side. It's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Good punch by Van Tool, but too much on that one.
Well, and you can see, that kid's a good athlete, too. He punts, he can play quarterback, he can play receiver, he runs well, he throws well. And so, he's a kid that, they're excited about him in the future. He's a junior. And so, again, those kind of kids that are very athletic and can do those kind of things, when they're those guys that get out there and definitely make things happen in a football game, they're game changers. And so he's come in tonight and held his own and has done some really good things against this very, very good Blue Jay defense.
I think you'd like to see the Blue Jays try and take some time off the clock here, running the ball, getting some more first downs, and securing a big victory. 35-14 is the score. 7:53 to go in the game. Josiah Totive is the running back. They go out of the shotgun. And Totive is going to get the carry right here, running left to the near side. The ball was on the far hash. He's going to pick up 3 yards on first down up to the 24-yard line. And the Blue Jays are content with letting that clock run and taking that play clock all the way down under 5 seconds. Brody Beckman in the game, near side at wide receiver. He's got a touchdown catch. Lavelle Autry in the game at receiver, also near side. He's got a touchdown catch and a touchdown run on a jet sweep. And the Blue Jays also got that 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Kingston Thames. 2nd down and 7. Totive's going to have it again. He's going to run near side. He's got some open space. Totive's got the first down. He's past the 35 and down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 15 yards by the junior running back.
How much quicker he's hitting the holes. That's what I've noticed here the last couple of weeks with Totive. He's doing a really nice job getting to the hole more quickly. A lot of that's confidence. A lot of that is vision and seeing things happen and seeing blocks develop. And so he's reading that a lot better, and that's just getting more carries, getting more confidence, getting more experience. Nice job by Totive.
Under 7 minutes to go in the game. Aiden Woods comes into the game along with his brother Aaron Woods. Aaron's going to have it. He's going to run hard to the 40-yard line and be pushed forward. He's going to be stopped at the 41. They're going to mark it, and the clock is at 6:40 to go. They can run it all the way down to 6 minutes before they have to take their next snap. The Blue Jays leading 35-14. They lead by 21 points, and they are trying to win a Centennial League title tonight on their home field on homecoming night.
Aiden Woods looks a lot bigger than 6'2", 170, doesn't he, when he's out there?
He looks very similar to his brother's size, 190 pounds. 2 tight ends go from right to left, or left to right, I should say. 2nd down and long. Another running play to Aaron Wood. Nowhere to go this time. Stuffed at the 40-yard line, a loss of 1.
They had a lot of success hitting that C-gap early in the football game, but Washburn Rural, they're on to that now.
So make it 3rd down and 8 after the stop. 5:55 and counting to go in the game. The Blue Jays are content letting this clock run. Coach Thurman calling out the play still. Conrad Gomez, the senior quarterback, looks to the sideline. Again, a night filled with injuries. We certainly hope all the players are okay. The Blue Jays are trying to cruise to a win here on their home field. 3rd down and 8. 2 receivers set, and Gomez looks to pass. Shotgun snap, throws near side for Beckman, overthrows his man. And getting a hand on it, his left paw right there was number 17, Colton McGuire. Passes incomplete. Make it 4th down and 8, and the Blue Jays will punt for just a 2nd time tonight.
Well, and, when you look at this, number 14, or is that 24 going off the field there for Washburn Rural? I think that's number 14, Peyton Glaze. He looked like he was limping off the field a little bit, but they've got somebody coming in for him now. He's going to have to punt.
Kingston Thames will punt for the 2nd time with under 5.5 to go, 5:28 to be exact. Blake Proady, the long snap at Washburn Rural, almost blocked a punt earlier. Tim's back at his own 28. It's a low snap. He's going to get this one away. A line drive bullet of a punt. Taken to the 33-yard line, and Selm has it. He ducks forward to the 38-yard line, and then there's some wrestling going on over on the far side. Damari McKinney tangled up with, or it looks like that might be number 86, Alex Lugo, tangled up with the potential return man on the far side. And the Blue Jay defense will trot back out there with 5:22 to go in the game. 35-14. Junction City on top. Well, I tell you, the thing that really flipped this game was that 95-yard touchdown, because Washburn Rural had just tied it at 14-14. The Blue Jays kind of felt we were getting to press a little bit. Kingston Timms says, "I've got your team," and gets the first special teams touchdown of the season on a 95-yard kick return to the house.
Special teams make or break a football team. And actually, we gave Washburn Rural the edge a little bit because against Topeka, they had blocked a punt and returned it for a touchdown. Same thing on a field goal. And tonight, the Blue Jays have won in the special teams.
Here's going to be a running play. Baum has it. He's got a big lane to run. He began the game this way, past the 50-yard line and up to the 45 and down to the 43. They're going to say a big run right there.
The Blue Jays have had good special teams all season, though. They're special. They've been this close to breaking some returns. Their punt team has been really, really good. You know, other than a couple of returns, their kickoff team's been really, really good too.
Clock continues to run as they reset the chains. 3 receivers come near side. Van Tool throws far side, wide of his target. The intended target right there was number 7, Kellen Roth for Washburn Rural. 4:58 to go in the game. The Junior Blues, look, it's tough. You lose your starting quarterback, especially a serious injury as it was to Hoytel, but got to be encouraged by what you've seen from Van Tool.
Well, he's good. You know, he runs well, he throws the ball well, he punts. But what I like about him is he's confident out there. You can see him pointing at his offensive line. You know he's getting plenty of reps in practice if he's the backup quarterback at Washburn Rural.
3 receivers near side. It's going to be a pass play here to the near side, and it's going to be dropped.
That might be a live
the
ball.
Play dead. The official near side immediately signaled incomplete. I'm with you. It looked like it was a lateral pass almost behind the line of scrimmage, but the official was right there. He said no. And right there, the target was number 88, Brody Schumacher, 6'3", 190-pound junior.
From the 43-yard line.
So a big third down and 10, under 5 minutes to go, 4:54 to be exact, 35-14. The Blue Jays are on top, trying to get a win and trying to get a Centennial League title. Third down is when we've seen the defensive line get into the backfield. Jackson Hawley has got 3 sacks on the night. Selm goes in motion from right to left. Van Tool claps his hands, looks to throw. Throws far side, throws high. The pass is caught. A great catch on the far side. Short of the first down. Going to be a gain of 8 yards. The tackle by number 4, Marcus Boganowski. 4th down and 2. But they're going to go for it. He was tackled out of bounds, so the clock stops at 4:47.
So they blitzed Khalil Walker that time. What they're trying to do is run some slip screens, some different screens in here to try to beat that blitz a little bit. And the Blue Jays have been pretty darn good at stopping that several times tonight.
35-14 is our score. 4th down and 2 from the Junction City 34-yard line, we'll call it, just inside the 35. 2 receivers near side. One goes to the left, out of the pistol. Van Tool is going to give it off right up the middle. He's got the first down on the run. I believe that was number 26, Jaden Baum on the carry. And it was Baum. He's got the first down.
He's got to have over 20 carries tonight. He's done a nice job. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if he should have over 100 yards after that one big run earlier. But he's run the ball pretty darn well tonight. And you know, Washburn Rural, the thing is, we know they're a good football team. We hate that their quarterback was hurt earlier in the game, but this young kid, Van Tool's come in and did a nice job for him.
1st and 10 for the Junior Blues, and they are looking to pass, looking to throw. Van Tool slings it here, brings it here to the near side. Going to take off and run, cuts it back inside the 20, inside the 15, and all the way down to the 10-yard line. And now Kingston Timms is hobbling on the far side. Appears he might have gotten rolled up on. And man, unfortunately, on a night like tonight, the injuries just keep coming for both sides. Multiple people have gone down, and we will take a break. Kingston Timms down on the far side.
He's up now.
Oh, he did pop right back up.
He's got a cramp. The way he's moving and the way that he hopped on it, it looks to me like he's got a cramp.
Kingston Timms on the far side talking to Coach Zimmerman. Also looks like some of the doctors and trainers are out there, and he's going to stay on the field. And he is standing up, which is great. You're right. He appears to maybe slowly be walking to the side.
I think the way that he kind of hobbled, he didn't go down like it was a knee or something. It was almost, I think he's got a cramp. The way he's grabbing his hamstring looks to me like he might have a cramp. But they're not trying to stretch the cramp, so I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll go ahead and keep it right here. It certainly seemed like we were going to get a break, but we'll keep it right here, and they are knocking on the door. A great run right there by Gavin Van Tool inside the 10-yard line. He was zigzagging his way through, and he got it down to the 9-yard line. So 1st and goal to go from the 9, just shy of the 10, and now Washburn Rural is in business with 4:12 to go, and they're going to wind the clock. 35-14, the Blue Jays are on top. Washburn Rural trying to score here late. Van Tool, the backup quarterback, claps his hands, takes the snap, looks to throw over the middle, pass is caught, and he's in for a touchdown. Nate Selms got the touchdown, and that is the first passing touchdown of Gavin Van Tool's career. It is 35-20, and Washburn Rural strikes again for the second time in this second half.
He put that ball in a tight window right there, right along the goal line. A nice catch, too, but, man, he threaded a needle right there. Nice pass by Van Tool.
So 35-20 is our score.
It was just a little shallow crossing route right on the other side of the goal line, and he did a really nice job delivering that football.
So there is exactly 4 minutes to go in this game. And now for the Blue Jays, you're going to have to expect an onside kick from Washburn Rural. And Coach Goheen, we see he works with the special teams along with Coach Ty Zimmerman, Coach Randall Zimmerman, too. They're going to have to talk to their guys about a onside kick coming up most likely. Here comes the PAT. 35-20 is our score. There's the snap. It's a good hold. The kick is going to be blocked. The Blue Jays block the kick. The block PAT. That's the second block PAT we've seen this season by the Blue Jays. 35-20 is our score after the block kick. 4 minutes to go in the game. We'll take a break. The Blue Jays are going to try and get the ball back right after this. They lead 35-20 right here on 107.9 and 1420 KJCK.
Short on dinner ideas or time? Let JC's Barbecue and Grill take care of it for you with their family meals for 4. Bring home their classic smokehouse mac and cheese for the entire family. A creamy mac and cheese topped with their famous smokestack barbecue meats and served with salad. They also have barbecue sandwich or rack ribs meals, so there's something everyone can enjoy from JC's Barbecue and Grill. Order online for pickup or delivery at jcsbbqgrill.com, where the beer's cold, the barbecue is smoking, and the game is always on. Find them right off exit 298 on I-70, Junction City.
And we are back at Blue Jay Stadium. 35-20 is our score. The Blue Jays are on top. They are preparing for an onside kick. The Blue Jays lead it by 15 after the block, the PAT. We'll go through the scoring in our Cardinal Insurance post-game show. They are going to try an onside kick. The kicker, number 35, Ryan Austin, a junior. He's got a great leg. We'll see how his onside kick is. We saw a couple of onside kicks, partner, in the game we called last night. A couple of great executed onside kicks. And now we'll see if Austin can execute it. The Blue Jays going to try to recover it. It gets a high bounce on the far side. It's going to be knocked into the air. It's still free on the far side. And we'll see who has it. Nobody's really reacting to see who's got it. And then number 9, Angel Allen holds the ball in the air. He said, I've got it right here, Coach. And the Blue Jays take possession with 3:56 to go in the game.
Yeah, the Blue Jays knew they had that. So some scores here. These are some finals. Rock Creek beat Concordia 48-0. St. James Academy did beat Cape and Mount Carmel tonight, 38-35.
That game comes down to the wire every year.
It does. I was just looking. There were a couple scores here that kind of caught my eye. Great Bend is up over Hayes 21-7 right now at the end of the third. Augusta 37-14 over McPherson. Wow.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. They got to try and run this clock out. You want to make sure you have your 13 points for the playoffs. It all goes by 13 points, and the Blue Jays are leading by 15 right now with 3:56 to go in the game. Otibe is going to be the running back. He's going to run it here to the near side, breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to be wrestled down to the 48-yard line. And Washburn Rural, they do, I believe, have at least 2 of their timeouts left, 3:45 and counting. And they're going to try to get the Blue Jays on a quick 3 and out. If Junction City can get 2 more first downs, this thing is going to be sealed. The Blue Jays are in a very good spot right now, but again, you want to get your 13 points, so you want to try and run out this clock and not let anything crazy happen with Washburn Rural.
Well, and hopefully they can just run the ball right here. Jason Neal's going to come in at tight end position or play H-back, and we'll see where he lines up. It looks like they're going to send Lavelle Autry wide here to the near side. They got a tight end and then an H-back, 2 tight ends and an H-back.
Out of the shotgun, Gomez hands it off right here to Totive. Totive has been running hard. He's going to fall forward to the 49-yard line, a gain of just 2. And Coach Steve Bueller is going to take that timeout for Washburn Rural. 3:01 to go in the game, and now this is not a must-have first down to win the game, because it certainly feels like you're going to win the game. But again, you want to get your 13 points. Feels like a must-have third down to get those 13 points and hold on to the ball. Hold on and then run out the clock. So what are you going to draw up here? We've seen him run that Wildcat a couple of times, been very successful. It's 3rd and 4 right now on the Washburn Rural side of the field. Maybe you run that, or do you just try and just do quick out to Beckman?
Well, you got the C gap. You've been running the ball real well through two at different times tonight, but I think I'd maybe run that little out that we run to Autry. I don't know that I see Norris in there, but I think I'd get the ball in Autry's hands in open space and let him get the first down.
2 downs to get a first down here, right near midfield. 3rd down and 4. 2 downs to get a first down, you think? Or you think they would drop back and punt with a 15-point lead?
I think they would take the opportunities. I mean, if you don't get close, if you get within a yard here, you might go for it on 4th down because your defense is held pretty well. But you could also decide to punt it and pin him deep because we know that Kingston Timms, of course, he was over there. He's up moving around now. I think he's fine. I think it was a cramp. But he's pinned the ball inside the 10, 6 times this year?
Yeah, 6 times. That's exactly right. Well, a great punter he has been, and a good leg he's got as well. 3rd down and 4, 3:01 to go in the game. The Blue Jays lead it 35-20. 3rd down and 4. It is going to be a running play here to the near side. Totibe is going to be hit at the 49-yard line. Nowhere to go. And another timeout by Coach Buehler on that far side. And I think you gain no yards. 4th and 4 from the 49 of Washburn Rural. I think you almost just punt the football here and hope your defense can come up big like they've done so many times this season.
Cade Danielson did a really nice job right there. He's 6'2", 205. Linebacker did a nice job making the tackle right there. We'll see what Coach Zimmerman decides to do here. I mean, obviously you've got the opportunity to punt it. Do you want to punt it? Do you want to give them do you want to take a chance, maybe get the first down and see if you can ice this? There's 2:54 left. You give Washburn the opportunity to get the ball. Maybe if you go for it and don't get it at close to midfield, I'd punt it here, I think.
Well, I got one problem, partner. Kingston Timms, our punter, is still at the 25-yard line on the near side.
Yeah, but you've got, my goodness, during pregame, you watch all these different guys punt. One of them is your quarterback, and he can definitely punt the ball. But in practice, he's punted a long way.
But this goes back to the Hayes game, right? You lose your long snapper, and then there's another technical thing when you lose another long snapper, and you give up a key special teams miscue late. We'll see what they do here. Looks like Marcus Boganowski might punt, but it's still an interesting conversation to have.
They've got plenty of guys that can punt the football here. They really do. I mean, we've seen Conrad punted the ball a lot last year until Kingston Timms took over as the punter.
So it looks like Boganowski is going to punt the ball with 2:54 to go in the game. 35-20, the Blue Jays lead it, trying to hang on to those 13 points, and now Coach Norman's going to take a timeout.
Well, he's got somebody out there that doesn't. He's trying to get somebody that knows what they're doing. He's getting ready to get a little upset with some people right there because you got your regular punt team out there. The only guy it looks like that you've changed is your punter, but we're not going to say this poor kid's name because he was in the wrong. They were trying to get a freshman out there is what they were trying to do, and unfortunately he didn't know where to line up, so that kid just missed his opportunity to play, which is unfortunate. But he did not know where to go, and you could see the other players kind of pointing to him. You're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here. And then Coach Zimmerman just called the timeout and said, "Get out of here."
Blue Jays got one timeout left. Washburn Rural's got one timeout left. 35-20 is our score. Make sure to stay tuned for our Cardinal Insurance postgame show. We'll go down and break down the scoring and also send our best wishes to the quarterback, John Hoytel of Washburn Rural, who was injured. We'll talk more about that in our Cardinal Insurance postgame show. It's a 15-point Blue Jay lead right now. 2:54 to go in the game. Junction City will punt. Regular punter Kingston Timms is out with an injury, so Marcus Boganowski appears to punt. He is back at his own 38-yard line. Pro 80 to snap it. Boganowski, the backup punter, will try and punt it away. It's a high snap. Boganowski's got it. He is going to punt it away. It's a low end-over-end line drive punt. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. We'll see where the official near side marks it. He is walking all the way down right to the 30-yard line. He calls it out right at the 30. So 2:49 to go in the game. This is where you need your defense to come up huge because it almost feels like the Blue Jays have got the game won. You just want to protect those 13 points for the playoff standings.
Absolutely. I think the other thing here, too, is not only do you want to protect those 13 points, but win on a victory here. The Blue Jays just don't give them any more points. Get a good stop here. They've done a really good job here in the fourth quarter defensively.
1st and 10 for Washburn Rural. It's going to be a running play, and they're going to drive forward to the 35-yard line. One timeout left for each team. Washburn Rural down 35-20 to Junction City. The Blue Jays, if they can hold on and win, they will win the Centennial League title. 2 receivers go to the left, 1 right. 2 backs in the game, Minikshu and also a new back in there, number 25, Riley Lane in the game.
A couple of linebackers I want to mention here in a couple minutes for the Blue Jays. This linebacker quarter night has been really, really solid.
Shotgun set. They're going to fake the handoff. Here comes the pressure. Trey Bradley's got him, and they throw him to the ground. Another sack. Trayvon Bradley, the nose guard, a big man, 250 pounds, gets the 5th Blue Jays sack of the night.
So the Blue Jays blitzed Khalil Walker that time and Boganowski, and the offensive line just had to try to decide who they were going to block, and there were just too many. But I'll tell you what, this linebacking core, Khalil Walker, Jamarcus Tyson, and then playing middle linebacker tonight for the Blue Jays for most of this game has been Braxton Stroda. He's done a really good job.
And Toole rolls the pocket to the far side. He's going to try and take off and run. The Blue Jays say no. Trey Bradley brings him down from behind. It's a gain of just a yard. 4th down and 10 coming up. 1:37 to go in the game. The clock's still running down to 1:30, 90 seconds to go. 4th and 10. It's a do or die time here for Washburn Rural. They're not taking that last time out. Coach Buehler walking up the far sideline trying to call out a play. The Blue Jays are content with letting them run all kinds of time off the clock. Junction City 35, Washburn Rural 20. Now 75 seconds to go in the game, and Washburn Rural, they may just call it quits. They may not try and press here. They may just try to punt, and I think they're going to.
Blue Jays, Toby Johnson in there now too. We talked about the depth at linebacker for the Blue Jays. We know we've got Walker. We know we've got Neal.
And they are going to punt it. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a penalty on Washburn Rural. They had a player running from the far side, and he wasn't even behind the line of scrimmage. They snapped.
Close start on the offense. So go 4th down.
Really good linebacker. You throw Toby Johnson in there, you've got Braxton Stroda in there. Braxton Stroda played that linebacker really good job.
Here, high end over end punt. Coach Zimmerman telling his team to get away from the football, and they do. It's going to keep bouncing, and it is going to be grabbed at the 33-yard line. They tried to grab Damari McKinney and push him into the football, and McKinney just shook his head and said no, walked the other way. And the Blue Jays, they can take a knee and they can get this win. They can get the Centennial League title. 40 seconds on the clock. All you need is one knee to end this thing right here. They'll have 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line to wrap it up.
Well, a couple of takeaways. Blue Jay defense did what they needed to do tonight, holding a team that averages 35 points a game to just 20. But the offense ran the ball well tonight. Very balanced. Offensive line did a really, really good job. You saw the backs do a nice job running the football tonight. But, the big thing is this offensive line did a really nice job. They gave Conrad Gomez. He didn't get pressured much tonight. They tried, but the offensive line did a great job. There's the first kneel down, Anthony.
And there's the kneel down, and that will be it, assuming Washburn Rural does not call timeout. Gomez was up under center. He took a knee with his right knee, and he is going to loosen the straps on his helmet. The Blue Jays are going to win. 25 seconds to go. The clock will tick down. Our final score is going to be Junction City 35, Washburn Rural 20. The Blue Jays are going to go to 5-2 on the season. Washburn Rural drops to 5-2 on the season. The Blue Jays are going to win. They are going to win the Centennial League. As the clock is now at 7 seconds, it's going to continue to tick down. The Blue Jays are going to celebrate, and we will get to our Cardinal Insurance postgame show coming up here in just a second. Zeros on the clock. The Blue Jays win it. Final score, Junction City 35, Washburn Rural 20. And they'll go through the handshake line and show some good sportsmanship. And I'm sure, partner, there's going to be a lot of heavy thoughts and best wishes and prayers to Washburn Rural and their players and fans, hoping for the best wishes for their quarterback, number 10, John Hoytel, who was carted off the field tonight on a stretcher.
Well, and also one of our players, too, Green, he ended up, I think, he ended up going to the hospital too, didn't he?
I know they took him in an EMS car in the front seat. Not sure. We certainly hope both are okay. John Hoytel, Deshaun Green. We're not going to speculate, talk about it anymore in terms of injuries, but very. And now
safety, we'd like to remind you that only essential staff are allowed on the playing surface. As you exit the stadium, we ask for your help in keeping our facilities clean by placing all trash into one of the trash cans located throughout the stadium. Blue Jay fans, thank you for your support of Blue Jay football. The Blue Jays are in action again here next Friday